Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna go where people know the people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? It is Saturday. It is a beautiful day outside for at least here. I don't know how everybody else is doing, considering how we had thunder showers last night, which was interesting. Um, yeah. That said, yeah, it's a Labor Day mixes. I just saw the question in chat. Labor Day mixes today. Just whatever makes you think of Labor Day. That's all we're looking for there. This way here, you can kind of just enjoy the holiday. Like Dave was just saying, like he thinks of it like the end of summer holiday, which it is. So that actually makes perfect sense. I'm gonna mix something up. I got the 60 out and ready to go. I'm just not sure what I want to make. I'll make something good. I'm gonna take my time and try and make a really full, maybe a multiple rendition, but a full recipe. Um, Unfortunately, it is possible the delivery of my new desk might come in today. Still also waiting for medicine flower Rocky, or I might have made your the chocolate taco, because that actually, yum. Kinder Bar Challenge. I want to point out there, you have until August 31st at midnight Eastern Standard Time to get your entries in and finalized, and then everything will start getting mixed right after that. I'm gonna have to order definitely some more flavorings, but I'm waiting till the deadline. That way they don't have to order. Then someone threw in a last minute order, and this one I could have picked this up here. So other than the Bull City, I can avoid most of that. Oh, nice, Rocky. Rocky, I'll actually wait to mix then that 60. If it turns out if you mix something good, maybe I'll just mix whatever you got going on there. Sounds like a good one. If anyone hasn't had Rocky mixes, they're actually usually really, really good. Hey, Ian, good to see you. Let's see who we got in chat quick. By the way, Dave, thank you for being on again.
Oh, thanks for having me, Tim.
Tim B was in early. That's Knowles, by the way, if anyone's looking. Nolles on ATF, and I think ELR as well. Bob Ohms in here. Uncle Bob. Uncle Bab. Andrew, good to see you. Lady Liberty. Let's see who else we got. We got Rocky Tooney, of course. Ian Thomas. Awesome seeing you here. Deb22, good to see you, Deb. Mixed a few Deb's recipes too. I think pretty much most of chat have made something from you guys. And it's great to see people not just grow but actually work together. And you see like Juice Fairy's recipe the other day. We were just talking about that. I still got to mix that up. I didn't mix it the other night like I was supposed to. I got to mix that up tonight. That's the like bar, the fruit bar thing. I need to mix that one up. But that actually just looks really good. It looked good
That
then. The
was
one I
that the
made
one with
sure.
the yogurt?
Yeah, they're the yogurt
Yeah.
one, like
Okay.
a
Yeah.
yogurt bar. Yeah, I just need to mix that up. That one there I'm looking forward to, and I still got time for it to steep before Thursday. So, because if anyone didn't catch it, I did agree to be on with Wayne this week. Mixed up Dave's recipe so that it has time to steep. It's pancake stack. Is it called the stack?
The stack.
The stack, yeah.
I'm
Mix
hoping it
that up.
came out like I was saying before because my taste buds are a little broken. So we'll see what you think of it.
Well, it happens. It takes a long time for your taste buds to come back. Like even if it's been a couple years, you notice you can taste foods all of a sudden. You'll be sitting there 6 months after you quit smoking, and you're like, And sometimes they don't come back. Look at
They're not
Bill.
coming back. It's been 4 years. They ain't coming back.
Look at Bill. Kentucky Kid, aka the Chair. You know, there's certain things he just can't taste, and other things he's like, because he can taste them now, they taste really bad to him because before when he used to eat stuff like that, it didn't have that punch of flavor.
That's right.
So it happens.
Yeah, I'm in kind of the opposite. Like I overspice everything because I can't. I don't. It doesn't. It's not satisfying enough.
I like spices. I really do. Oh, okay. So I do see a new one here. So Rocky just put one in. Okay, okay, okay. I can't make it today though, Rocky, but yes. Oh, we'll go over this one real quick because this looks really tasty. All right. So right here we got berry cobbler from Rocky Tooney. Blackberry flavora at 0.4, which by the way, if you haven't tried that, it's actually a really good flavor. Blueberry medicine flower at 0.2, that's coming. Blueberry VSO at 3%. Red raspberry VSO at 3%. Shortbread from Cap at 1%. Oh, I can see that being a good cobbler. That strawberry VSO at 0.4. Vanilla custard cheesecake 1-on-1 at 1. And then vanilla ice cream liquid barn at 3. Trying to think how this all worked together, but no, I think the shortbread. I think that shortbread doesn't quite scream shortbread at me, but cobbler, I could see this working. I could see that working for a cobbler. I don't know if anyone has played with it, but that shortbread it's like too gooey
That's what
to
I
be a
get.
shortbread. It's too
That's
gooey
what I
to be a
get.
shortbread. Good flavor, but not quite shortbread. But yeah, it's that looks really good, Rocky. I
Too
can make
buttery.
that.
I think the shortbread too becomes. It feels too buttery.
Like it's too much of the actual butter in it. Like it's
Yeah.
gooey,
Yeah.
like saturated goo. But it has a good flavor. Just
Oh,
yeah,
it's good
it
flavor,
could
but
be
it
it.
doesn't come out the way I would think of like shortbread cookies at Christmas. Kind of
Yep.
thing.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, Rocky, update me on that. When the medicine flower comes in, I'll give it a try. If you still think it's okay, I'll double check with you beforehand to see how it turned out. If you made any changes. Yeah, any dry dessert, like any dessert that you're trying to make that's you don't want to be dry. That is a good one. It's I was thinking more like using that shortbread in like a coffee cake type thing, which is similar to a cobbler. Yeah, I was considering a similar route with that, and I kind of like the custard cake with it because the custard cake kind of brings that cake note a little bit more, but it has that the custard is enough of the goo. It's one of those ones where we talked about the other day on in a chat with Wayne about these being not quite the flavors you really expect, but they have uses. Yeah, I'm mixing the chocolate taco. Don't worry. Mixing her the chocolate taco. You see that though? Instantly got an order and I got to mix hers. Yeah, that Rocky's choco taco. That looks really, really, really good. I'm also really looking forward to this Kinder challenge because I don't see a single Kinder recipe out there that doesn't look delicious. Oh, I don't have the shortbread cookie and shortbread biscuit. I don't think I do have those, Rocky. Maybe I do. See, I got to go through everything because I did notice that my stash got limited. I don't know what happened exactly to everything, but I could have had it mislabeled and they're wrong, whatever. But my stash keeps going down on the ELR. It's way off. It's off by hundreds. So
Oh, I know.
organizing the room, Dave knows how much yesterday was a pain over here organizing this thing, getting ready for the new desk.
I had to put in a few flavors that somehow got bumped out.
Yep. And like I was talking to Dave about this last week, and a couple other people. We were trying to decide. A lot of us are getting more and more flavors. That a temporary situation while we wait for things like Sifu found that one that we still can't find. He hasn't sent me the link for it yet. The proper one to mix everything with. Think I'm gonna just get some containers, put some what is it called, poster board, and make the little cutouts so you can separate everything. That way, they can put everything in alphabetical order by flavor house, so I can kind of organize these shelves under here with it, so that it'll be easier to find my flavorings. Because I'm digging through boxes and boxes and boxes every week, getting more. It's work.
It takes me 20 minutes to find anything.
Dave has 103 flavors coming, new more. So with that, he's got 103 more. He's probably got to add into the ELR.
I'm not looking forward to that.
And get your free candy here over at Punchy Kicky Meter.
Yeah. When I get that freezer I ordered, I'll be able to move some stuff out of the cabinet into the freezer for long-term storage, and now have more room for flavors. But I need a better way. I need a way to organize it. I was thinking by flavor house, but I might end up with it might not work that way. I've got to try it one way, then try it another way, and that takes time.
Yeah, the cap shortbread was the last flavor of the quarter one. Maybe not the last one, but the one before, I think. One of the last two flavor of the quarter. That's the only reason I picked it up, because I had to pick it up for that. But it's a good flavor, but like a little too gooey for an actual shortbread. But it has a shortbread-esque like flavor. It has that, like, that weird shortbread narrowed like flavoring in it, like almost gingerbread, but not quite.
Gingerbread without
good.
the ginger.
Yeah, it's the bread without the ginger in gingerbread. Not the cap one. That was fairly. It's been up for a little while now. It's not like super new, but it's like within the past 6 months.
I have SSA shortbread cookie and Wonder Flavors shortbread cookie. I don't have cap. Unless I ordered it.
It's worth giving it a try because you never know until you try them. Hey, Swaggy, how are you doing? So, it's good to see you here. Good to see you, Andrew. So, let's see. Anybody else put any mixes in? Please feel free to tag AFL in the mixing. Like I said, anything it's a holiday one, and it's not a real themed holiday. It's a kind of whatever you really feel like. What are you feeling like this time of year? Is kind of that feeling. Like Dave said, it's more of like an end of summer tradition. Labor Day is barbecues. Maybe some drinks with your friends. Maybe hanging out with some of your good friends. Like this guy here that's just finally coming on camera.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I know, right? It's good to see you.
How are you glorious gentlemen doing?
Hey, how are you?
And still everyone has more of a beard than RJ.
My arm has more of a beard than RJ.
Daniel.
Especially now,
good to
that
see you.
motherfucker.
Okay, I put one out for AFL. Strawberry sponge cake.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Might be strawberry shortcake, but I called it sponge cake. I don't know how good it is. I really didn't test it yet. I didn't tweak it yet.
Give it a minute to show up on the LR. Red, good to see you. Yeah, there's as the mixes get better, the flavorings get better, but there are some. What we need to do soon is one of those ones like Frank already did this. The old school flavorings, deep dive. Some of the old ones, bring them back, and I'm trying to remember some of the ones you haven't used in a while. Like, be more specific about it. Because I know, Meter, you did this not long ago. Some of the older ones and tried a few in your mixes. You're like, oh, I forgot how good that was.
Yeah, every once in a while, like a lot of us, I find, get so fucking blinder oriented and just nose down in trying to keep progressing in our mixing. Sometimes it's just not in our nature to turn around and look back at some of the shit we did and just reference it to how you do things now and see why you mix things the way you do compared to what you were doing it even just a year ago.
Yep. Yeah.
That being said, I'm confident most of my early mixes were dog shit. People are just really nice.
That goes for hardware too. Everyone's all out chasing that new shiny, and they
Yeah, very
forget about
true.
how much good hardware there's been in the last 5 years.
And the
Well, that
nostalgic
and
thing, too.
uh,
Nostalgia. Sometimes
Yeah.
these old school flavors bring you back to, oh, I remember that liquid they used to have. They had this in it for sure. And all of a sudden that brings back all those memories of those, maybe 4 or 5. If it's coming strawberry, there might be like 10 liquid lines. You're thinking, this strawberry was in that.
right. No, but even in the vein of hardware, like you said there, you got to think 3, 4 years ago, I'd be willing to say probably 40% or better of the DIY community was vaping everything off of like a Kennedy, a 3-post Kennedy or something. You know,
Got
limited
one over there.
airflow, small amount of build space, limited coil actual room to put in there. And then you take the coils that you were putting in those things as well. Everybody was just running basic bitch Claptons back in the day. Now we got fucking 9 different metal Fralians that are fucking triple
Ooh.
twisted and fucking overrated with minimal fucking coils inside and inception builds and shit that can fucking Bluetooth you when your fucking liquid is too low. Like,
Yeah.
we've come a long fucking way.
Well, I just ordered a GT4. It's coming soon. And that's a 2019 Addy. But it's still like one of the high end flavor bangers, you know. And so it's like I've been wanting one since they came out, and I finally got around to it. So that'll be coming soon. Did see here what did you say, Andrew? Strawberry gingerbread trifle end of yeah, that actually is good. Another one is like end of summer, like your berries and stuff. It's getting end of summer. I mean, a lot of times you see berries out this time of year, or you start to see some of the apples and stuff popping up too, here and there. You'll see some apple recipes, and not I'm talking real recipes, not necessarily on ELR or ATF or anything, but like this is the time of year where you start to think apple season. So it could actually be your transition. You might those people love fall or fall foods. You can almost get into pumpkin now, Meter. Almost.
No, not at all.
It says October 31st, that day. That day.
You get from October 31st at 11:59 p.m. until December 26th at 12:01 a.m. That's your fucking window. That's it. That's it. That's the only acceptable time period. Other than that,
Sam and Daniel. Love you guys. Okay, let me throw this up here for Dave. And I'll read it over and then I'll let Dave explain. Here we go. Strawberry sponge cake. Creamy sponge cake, Flavor West at 5%. French vanilla thick, Wonder Flavors. I love that flavor. 1%. Lemon raw at 0.2. Strawberry milk, Wonder Flavors at 3. Strawberry raw, VSO at 0.6. Strawberry ripe, TPA at 4. And vanilla whipped cream from Cap at 3. Did you do
Bear
that
in
on
mind, I
purpose,
didn't
Dave?
do anything with this yet.
Mix it up, see if it's any good, because I might mix that up for Monday.
no.
Well, you could go
Sam,
ahead then, Tim.
I think Sam misunderstood me. Pumpkin season is from October 31st at 11:59 p.m. till December 26th at 12:01 a.m. Halloween is a year-round thing, and anyone who thinks differently is just fucking wrong.
She's trying to get me to change the lights behind the TV because they got the accent lights behind TV. She wanted me to change them to orange last night. She goes, Halloween's coming.
That's how that
Halloween
works.
is coming. Halloween is our
And then she got
holiday.
mad because I had the green on. And she's like, that's too bright. And so,
Spooky isn't a holiday. Spooky is a lifestyle. Turkey, on the other hand, and like pumpkin and shit, that's a limited window availability item type of thing.
add 2 plums and done. There you go. No.
I used to-
Oop, did I already switch it? Go ahead, Dave. Explain what you're thinking here on this.
I don't know. I gotta mix it up and see how it steeps out because otherwise, it has to be tweaked. I just threw it off the top of my head, so it definitely has to be tweaked, but it has potential.
Now, as far as the cakiness, though, if you wanted it actually cakey, though, you might need to add another cake. That creamy sponge cake does have quite a bit of the cream factor in it, as compared to some of the others. It does.
What are you
it-
thinking? VSO cake?
That's not a bad one because it's kind of a generic one. Or angel cake would work. What else? What else is a kind of nondescript light cake? Meter's made a few different sponge cakes. He knows this profile.
What happened?
Sponge cake for like kind of Twinkie cake. What else? What other ones are out there that have like less of the it would bump the cake factor in that because he's got other stuff going against it.
What are you basing it with? Sorry, I was reacting to some dipshit who was freaking out about the name of my last recipe on ELR.
Creamy sponge cake. Flavor West is in it, and then he's got some other creams and strawberries and a lot of strawberries and a little whipped cream. Trying to think that cake might need a little bit of a bump, and I was thinking like angel food cake, maybe VSO cake. What else? What other cakes would you think, or something like that? You've done a few of these.
Actually, I don't think VSO cake would actually work in this situation. I think it's just a different kind of cake. I think if you use
Okay.
angel food cake real low, it might be good. But also a different alternative I would suggest would be to use like a quarter, maybe a 0.5% of waffle.
Oh,
And
yeah?
that'll actually give you like more of a burnt edge, like a more dense or more well baked quote unquote cake kind
Okay.
of flavor to it, and a little bit
Okay.
more mouthfeel as well.
Okay.
I know you've actually tackled that. I haven't really tackled the whole Twinkie like cake.
It's a fickle beast, man. It really is, because there's a million different varieties of it and a million different ways you can get to the same place. But it's one of those things that's almost so simple it's hard to get. It's so simple it's complex, if that makes sense.
Andrew, I do like the yellow cake, but the yellow cake does kind of make it a little dense. I mean, both those yellow cakes are good. Actually, Flavor West.
Yeah, yellow
I
cake
actually,
does give it a
and I
bit
like
of-
jungle flavors too. If you want a little bit more of a little more oily like side, but still, it's a little dense for a sponge cake. It kind of takes that air out of it, like sucks it all out of the room. Yeah, and I agree, Sam. Flavor West white cake just doesn't. It's not the same as angel cake. It's a little grainy.
Yeah, it does. It has a little bit of a grit to it almost.
Yep.
Not in a bad way, but it's just you have to be looking for that specific element,
Yeah.
I feel.
You're not going to look for that in a sponge cake.
No. If I've been into a Twinkie and it tasted like a fucking white cake like that, I would just look at whoever bought this and then show it to them.
I'd be like, you might want to take this back.
Do we need to have the conversation, or are you just going to tell me that you bought cheap shit and you should have warned me ahead of time?
So it's almost like it's stone ground flour or something like that in it. Yeah.
Yeah, or like they used extra confectioner sugar in the mix and not just on top, because it doesn't quite ever really dissolve all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, cap yellow cake does have a long steep to it.
Yeah, it does.
I
it needs a
typically
good
don't
couple
use
days
that.
before it's right.
Yeah. That's one of those apocalypse Twinkies. It's starting to get a little grit to it. Ugh.
Anything that's made in the 1950s, you can still eat now. I don't know.
Right. Right. Yeah, anything with that kind of shelf life, you just got to be suspicious of.
Maybe if it was canned, but something that's in a plastic wrapper, it's like, yeah, that's still good. Okay. Yeah. The apocalypse food, exactly. Reminds me of Wall-E. The movie Wall-E. The freaking things running, the cockroach going through the Twinkie. Ugh. It's just creepy.
Yeah.
No,
if, you,
actually,
if you look on the wrapper, it says made in the Marshall Islands. Don't eat it.
that's awesome. You turned into Kermit the Frog on that hit meter.
It ain't easy being green.
Speaking of green, I saw some brown nuggies you made. Some brown little treats you made. That looked
Fuck
pretty
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Those are delicious. We used 3 different kinds of chocolate, a little bit of MCT, and a lot of THC.
Nick's video about YouTube. Oh, you're talking about on Twitch these or which one, Deb? The Twitch vlog or because it yeah. If anyone didn't catch it, this week's vlog did go up. It went up on Twitch and for Grim Green, and it will be up next week when he can upload it. But he's in YouTube jail. He can't even upload until then. So unfortunately, though, it's long enough since the last time he got a strike.
Wrong Nick, Tim.
Oh,
Nick Divine.
oh, Nick Divine. Yes, I did see Nick Divine had something up. Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I did see he had something up. And did anyone catch Nick Divine's picture of those coils he just put in something too? Those were beautiful. Typical. And also simple, like the Cloud Cartel actually put together a simple, like it's a Clapton with a ribbon wire like build side by side. Simple but tasty, and it looked like it was. I was thinking, man, I'd almost want to do that, but man, it'd be a nightmare trying to clamp that down in there and get it. No, I decided against it.
I saw that. No way. That would be too aggravating.
That's the bad thing about some of those nicer, fucking crazy, real artistic builds that some of those guys do. It's like, you can't just put those in any atomizer. Like, some of those, like, you have to have something with big space and monster fucking hold down.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one with Nick Divines. I was looking at it, it's like, man, that must have been hard just to put in there not to mess it up, because it was like
Right.
I think it was I don't think it's an alien. It's a fused Clapton, like he has a machine. It does a little bendy like wire in the middle,
Corrugated, yeah.
Yeah.
and gorgeous
Yeah,
coil.
those
It's
trap
like,
corrugated, those trap
and I
corrugated builds. he does are
guarantee
fucking
that thing
great.
throws off some serious flavor too. And it's like, would love to have a set of those. But putting them in something, I think I'd destroy them trying to put them in. So it's like, here, I will buy them, but here, I'll send you the atomizer, send it back. So that way there I actually get a proper set of coils put in it.
I mean, I would be thinking you'd be using a Valhalla or something.
Yep. Actually, maybe, although the thing is, it gets limited flavor because it does have a big chamber, but the Purge X actually has a really easy to build deck with nice open space, but yet it's like flat because the deck is on the actual juice well. Like, it's weird, but really easy to build on. That would not be bad to build on, but would it give you the flavor? Are you gonna lose flavor because of that? I mean, it gives decent flavor, but I don't find it like to be a flavor addy. And now I'm flavor chaser. Anybody change like that? In the chat as well. Do you guys change over time, especially now that if you're getting into mixing, you find yourself where you used to like cloud chase. Now it's all about flavor. It's just weird how that changed.
Not really. Like, I think the main difference for me came when I went from commercial liquid that would kill your fucking coils as you would cloud chase to like DIY mixing your own stuff and realizing that you could just mix it at like 75-25 and still get the same clouds, but like actual flavor instead of that max VG bullshit that all the commercial lines used to always push.
I was looking for it, but I took care of it and put it away recently. But I had that Pancake Man one. That's like, you want a coil killer? Right there.
Right. Oh my God.
48
shit-
hours, you're changing your coil, whether or not you even vaped it.
Yeah, whether you vaped it or not. Yeah, if that touched your coil, it's gonna fucking corrode that shit.
Find myself using single coil addies. I swear to God, that would never happen. I really did. And now technically I have 3 single coils on the way. She's the one using dual coils now. I'm not. And even hers are like, she uses the Plan B, which actually is like a goon, but it has more restricted chamber. So it's a little bit tighter in the chamber. So you actually get better flavor out of the Plan B than you do really out of a goon. And she uses the goon. And she's got another goon on the way. Is that what you got right
About
there,
that
goon?
goon life, I get it.
Yeah,
I literally,
yeah.
I have
I have a bunch of goons. I don't
I have
any.
4 of them in
here.
front of me right this moment.
I mean, I rebuilt this and I got getting decent flavor out of the Kennedy 24, which surprised me. Kennedy 25 I like better. I just don't like it with this one because if they drip, you're dripping right onto it. So you pretty much have to have it on something like an Aegis
Right.
because it's got to be IPV or you're screwed. Because it will leak. IPV or a mech, something you can clean.
Right. Well, I usually use big coils. I like 4.5, 5 millimeter inner diameter coil, like legit big coils to begin with. And there really aren't a lot of atomizers that you could put that shit in and have it actually function. And I don't give a fuck how it looks. I use it like that because I like the way that it performs when you crank fucking power through a big coil like
Yep.
that. And goons are just fucking perfect for a nice 4
They are.
and 5 millimeter fucking coil. Set that bitch just nice, clamp that fucker down, and then fry it up. Me like you.
Amazing
If you
how
use it-
subjective vaping is.
You find yourself going down rabbit holes you'd never expected.
Right.
Literally just ordered a sup box while we were in the pre-show. Because it finally, they sold all out. Well, the deal ones I had, sold all out completely. You couldn't get them at the sites, any of the sites I've been watching them on. Sold completely out while I was waiting and hemming and hawing about it. And then I was like looking, and all of a sudden I said, "There's one in stock. They must have found another one on the shelf." Yes. And then I got, she's giving me crap for getting another device, but for the deal I couldn't pass it up. And that way there I can, if I want to, I can start getting into the trying the burrow tanks, plus the fact I can do side by side, which is what I really want. With that GT4 coming, that'll be a nice side by side setup right there.
I realized the other day that I fucking Lumied myself. When I originally found the fucking Hellvape VP atomizer, it was my goon killer, and I literally bought like 15
Daniel.
of those fucking things. And then anytime any one of my friends needed anything, when I sent you a package, you also got a fucking VP and then like some Nick Divine coils and shit in the little care package. And then I realized the other day, I literally gave every one of those motherfuckers away except the one that I put too big of a build in and melted the insulator in the middle of it. Son of a
Some
bitch.
good
And of
coil
course,
builders out
good
there.
luck finding one of those fucking things now.
Some very good coil builders out there. Really are. I got some of Clown's MTL coils. I got it in the IDK funds up there. I couldn't keep it out. I get so nervous about that thing when it gets out. It's not as enjoyable because you vape it and you're like, if I drop this thing, I'm gonna cry. So it's,
I've never even put liquid in mine. It literally is a showpiece. It lives right there where I can see it and show people anytime I get the opportunity to, but I don't, that fucker's never had a drop of liquid put in it. I'm not tarnishing that shit. I appreciate it too much.
oh, Adam still has his, and thanks you. Yep.
See?
Well, they,
yeah, Adam knows. Yeah, Adam knows all about them VPs. I used to throw them motherfuckers anytime any of my people's got a fucking package. I would make sure one of those bitches and some coils was in there for you.
It's the end of summer. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do something watermelon. It's end of summer, and yeah, has anyone else done this? This time of year, you start getting the watermelons and stuff. This is actually usually Labor Day. We always had watermelon, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put something together of watermelon related.
Oh, actually, good point. Actually, speaking of DJ the Goat, Tim, I would like to give you the official opportunity here. We have officially been informed that your match coming up scheduled for Thursday, your opponent has been forced to withdraw. So I would like, unlike a lot of other organizations, I would like to take the moment to be professional enough to give you the opportunity this far out now that we have confirmed your opponent will not be able to be there to turn down a replacement or accept it. It is your call either way. You will not catch shit for it, but we do have a potential replacement, and I will not stick you in a surprise match. I will tell you who it is after the fact, but I just wanted to let you know we do have a potential matchup for you as a replacement, and you do have the right to turn it down because unlike certain other organizations, Dana White, we're not going to force you into a last-minute bullshit match that's not fair. We're going to give you the opportunity to see if
Oh,
this
it's all
meets
not
your
fair because I
criteria.
suck. But
No.
Well-
I mean, we're not just going to throw you in some fucking blind last minute match, but I do wanted to let you know officially your originally scheduled opponent has been forced to withdraw because sometimes life steps in and we don't get a say in that.
it just sucks because it's my nemesis.
I know.
I mean,
That's
that's
why
the
I was
part
so
that makes
hyped to
it
have that
hard.
match. I was so hyped for that match, but
It's like we're gonna have, regardless of what happens here, we got to have some kind of rematch situation.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Once the Grand Prix is over, because there is also another rivalry that is damn near as fucking heated as your rivalry is, and he is literally chomping at the bit to get that call out, and didn't realize that this tournament is gonna take like 4 more weeks before we finish up and we can start going back to call out matches. So he's like right there chomping at the bit waiting for his turn as well. So we will definitely get your call out match in there. But I did want to let you know that we have a last minute replacement potential, and you do also have the full open right to turn the match down, because we ain't gonna force you in some unfair bullshit. It's not how we do things in the I'm No Joe podcast. Goddamn.
Oh, either way, I win because even if I lose, I'll lose 100%.
There you go.
Nah, that'll be fine.
Well, that, and then you get to tell people that you went and competed on the only podcast that's literally too hot for OnlyFans.
Yep. What time is that gonna be?
It'll be almost 11-ish your time, Thursday night.
Yep. That's what I thought. Yep. And it is a week off for the podcast, so it works out perfectly. So I'll be there.
Yeah, because with us having this week off, we'll have a little bit more news to go over, and then a little bit more. Slow will have a little bit more of a cans and contenders segment, since he's got 2 weeks of his segment to catch up on. But then again, because your opponent won't be there, we won't have the Tapology with TJ, so that'll save us a little bit of time going in as well too.
Yep. Bummer, I'm telling you. TJ.
So even your potential matchup will be a good matchup, I feel.
I hyped him up too much last week. He got nervous and ran away. Saw how that worked.
Yeah, no, it's
No, I know.
sucks, because I think
know.
everybody involved was excited to see that matchup, but unfortunately, as the great Jeff Goldblum says, life finds a way.
Yep. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing here.
So Tim, you going with watermelon?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the watermelon.
I gotta make some shit for my mornings. I ran out of my traditional ice cream milkshake-y kind of vape shit that I usually have in the mornings with coffee. I'll throw something together here.
Yeah, it's gonna do a strawberry watermelon. We're gonna try and make it a little extra juicy. So yeah, let's see. Do I want to add a candy? No, that's tempting. Yeah, sure. Now just yeah, I'm gonna add that. Let's make Zippy proud and throw a little raspberry in it too. And I'm pretty sure Daniel will approve, because yes, it's a shisha. Not even questioning if this is going to be good. That's a good one. I'm happy when you're putting together a recipe and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna make a 55 of this, and I know I'm happy with it. It's like it's got 3 flavorings in it. Actually, every flavoring in it I love. Make sure you spell everything right, and then don't make it watermelon.
I mean, if you're from Philly,
Watermelon drink. Yes, a wart. I want warts in my melons. Yes.
you're from
Probably
Philly,
should have left it that way on purpose. Should have left that way on purpose, I guess. Let's gonna mix this up. I'll actually go over it before I mix it up, so you guys can. If anybody interested in cause mixing along on this one, because I don't doubt this is gonna be tasty. So I'll put this link in chat for you guys too. Speaking of Dave, if you want to put your link in chat, you should be able to. But yeah. So it's going to be fairly simple, but yet not quite. So it's a watermelon drink. Amardine apricot wonder flavors at 0.3% to bump that strawberry and the raspberry. Double watermelon SSA at 2%. Shishu raspberry and Aware at 1.5. Super sweet Perlum at half. And ultimate strawberry from Jungle Flavors at 2. And yeah, I have no doubt this is going to be absolutely delicious. Ooh, right there we got SS ice cream at 2, FA milk at 1, and Cap milkshake. Yep, that's a pretty good combo right there. And if you want to thicken it up, use some French vanilla thick. If you want to thicken it a little bit. If you're trying to go for the full milkshake feel. Because that's the only thing that Cap milkshake I did find. It doesn't really thicken it as much as I'd like. For my taste. Taste is subjective. I gotta find everything. This will be fun.
French vanilla thick as gold.
Yeah, vanilla thick is delicious.
Yeah.
And gelato, too, actually helps with that, too. I kind of like that combo, the gelato. I use the gelato, the the French vanilla thick, the Wonder Flavors gelato, and the capped milkshake. I actually like that combo. Now I gotta find my, what am I looking for here? Ultimate Strawberry Jungle Flavors. There's my jungle. All right. Which I gotta thank Tam for, because Tam sent me this, and it's like, oh my god. It was like when it was really still kind of not easy to get. It's a little easier to get it now. So. And I'll check in a minute, see if anybody else puts any recipes up with the AFL. I'll check on all three. You can put it on VC, you can put it on ATF, or you can put it on ELR. And I will check and see. It does, like I said, any mix.
Deb said she made a watermelon chill.
Deb made a watermelon chill?
Mm-hmm.
Is it tagged AFL, or is it just... should I just look up Deb? I don't see another one there, but that doesn't mean anything. I'll look up Deb.
Oh, I have been meaning to use that VSO English toffee too.
Oh, that is so good.
I haven't. That's one of the only ones of his that I haven't fucked with, because I just haven't found. The
Oh,
right
there it is, the watermelon
That
chill.
bitch, I throw that bitch in a milkshake.
All right, so first I'll throw it in chat for you guys. She did make a watermelon chill, so that actually is perfect. I think that's a perfect mix for today. And here you guys go quick while he's talking about this English toffee, which is delicious. Watermelon chill, biscuit in Aware at 0.5, double watermelon from Cap at 3.5, super sweet Perlum at 0.5, watermelon Perlum at 2.5, watermelon red summer FA at 2, watermelon candy extra sour wonder flavors at 0.5. Yum. Now, what's a biscuit doing in here exactly? Is it just kind of... I'm curious. 0.5% of biscuit, what that's doing in that mix. I know she's going for something with it. I'm just trying to think of what. But that actually... good watermelons in there. And Cap double watermelon and SSA watermelon, not like night and day different. Just there's a little bit more oomph to the SSA. That's really the biggest difference between the two. And I almost started gathering hers. I almost started gathering ingredients first. Wait a minute, I don't remember putting biscuit in this.
Yeah, now I got an idea. All right, let's see here.
Okay, gotta find the SSA. It should be up here. Now it looks good, Deb. I'm just kind of curious on what that thing is. Yeah, I put the link there. It should be yours right there. Oh, the blueberry hippies blueberry cream. Yeah, the one that. That's the one Adam brought up the other day, I believe. I believe it was Adam.
What about a savory watermelon, like with balsamic or something?
I've heard of that. I've never actually done it.
So Tim, I know you said you've used it. How high does that toffee punch? Does it punch right at
It's
its
not.
weight class? or
It's
does
not
it punch up like
super
water?
super hard. No, it's actually a semi mellowish toffee, but it's present. It's one of those ones that you taste it, but you want to raise it a little bit if you really want to come forward.
Okay. That's what I was wondering, because I don't want it to be like the only thing you taste, but I also don't want it to fucking disappear either.
No, it plays well with other flavors. Unlike some of the flavor, yeah, I know what you mean. There's some that you once you put it in, it's like, nope, that's all I taste now.
Yeah, exactly. There's some you can put in there just a little bit. You're like,
There you
well,
go.
that's all
Here's
that's
your
in there now,
answer.
apparently.
Just gives body, okay. Oh, what's here? Did you say the? What did you say, hon? She yelled something. I couldn't hear it. I had the headset on. I heard something, but I couldn't understand it.
I said there's your answer.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I saw the answer.
And Swaggy said you should mix W sauce and watermelon.
Worcestershire watermelon. The W sauce has a unique Worcestershire flavor. So anchovies and watermelon. Interesting combo there, Swaggy. Not sure about it, but interesting.
Salt always goes with sweet.
It does. Maybe. But that's not going to go in a 55. There it is. Double watermelon. This is right there. It was in the drawer. See what I mean? I got like the same flavor houses in 3 different spots because of whether or not I did testing for this or testing for that. That's why I got organized and get straightened out once this desk gets in. And shisha, raspberry, where. Now, for those who don't have Amardine apricot, you could simply use Swaggy's apricot. Would be good. It'd actually possibly make it a little bit more of a fresh taste rather than like a ripe taste. A little bit more fresh. Same with his strawberry. Would have been my go-to instead of the ultimate, but the ultimate actually kind of is a more almost candied. Like it goes really well in juices. So there's other options out there. Strong strawberry would be another one that I kind of like in that mix. Now if I can just find the raspberry, which I might have actually looked at and didn't even realize, because I'm kind of doing 3 things at once here. Shisha raspberry, that's what I'm looking for. And then I got the ultimate already. You got 3. 1, 2, 3. And the Amardine's over there, okay? Because I need a pipette. I have to go full on Addy Tooney mode for that one. Don't you love the fact that if you grab a pipette, everybody thinks of Addy Tooney? This is like automatic. I need a pipette, Addy Tooney.
Really why I keep pipettes all the time.
Yeah, but it's
Addy
like
Tooney taught me
the
how to
thought
use them,
process.
bitches.
Tooney comes into your head the second you grab a pipette. You're like, oh, Tooney time.
Damn right.
It's no longer anything else. It's like he's been that much of the community for so long that you just see a pipette and you instantly think, oh, Tooney.
Is he camping this weekend or is it next weekend?
I can't remember. I think they might be going for a solid week.
Oh,
I
okay.
know they're going for a. He's going for.
That's
decent
right. He's
schedule
not
here.
going to be on the show Monday.
That's right. Yeah, Addie's actually taking a vacation. If anybody's wondering, a well-deserved vacation. He did spend lots of time with his family, his mother, and everybody in
Yeah.
his family for the summer, which is good. I just gotta find the Amardine. Just the one that's hidden. One of the ones that's hidden behind this. Of course it is.
Oh boy, I ate too much.
Yeah, and if you wanted to change this up at all, if anyone likes melons, I mean, I have a feeling either the hammy melon or the golden kiwi would actually work really well in this watermelon drink too. I just wanted to kind of keep it kind of simple. so I could just enjoy the flavors. But I thought about it. I almost want melon with this. You know, that way there, you know. But I can't compete because can't do melon because how are you going to compete with meter melon?
I mean,
It's-
you can, but Addy Tooney himself said it's the best melon vape that's out there. So I mean, who the fuck am I to argue with Addy Tooney? You know, I didn't say that. He said that. So
Love Addy.
I will say it was 2 years of R&D, and I'm amazed Swag didn't fucking kill me in the process.
Did that take 2 years to wind up come up with that? Wow,
Almost 18 months of R&D.
that's insane.
Yeah. I'm that asshole. If I'm gonna put my name on something, I'm not just gonna fucking be like, oh, it's good enough. Like I tweaked it till I was exactly happy with the flavor profile that I wanted down to the numbers. And apparently it was pretty fucking good because other folks seem to enjoy it, so I'm happy.
Yep. It became famous. Of the melon mixes I've made, I'd say one of my favorites is the one I made for Friction. That actually turned out absolutely delicious. .1. This should be really good.
I'm loving the
forward to this.
coconut banana combo.
Also, when you get a
Coconut
second,
banana
check
goes
your-
well together.
Tim, check your Discord when you get a minute, please, sir.
Yep, I can do that. Oh, is it the challenge? There you go, meter.
All right. Well, like I said, I wasn't gonna fucking throw you under the bus, and I wasn't gonna fucking ambush you. So we officially have a replacement match then. So the Grand Prix continues on Thursday night, boys and girls. Don't miss it.
I mean, I didn't draw up against Clown Puncher or nothing, but whatever.
It's not every day that you can draw the Clown Puncher out of the woodwork, but the pit does it. God damn it! Something about the pit. It just brings out the best in everybody. I think.
I know, I can't remember who it was supposed to be, but then I log in and I watch it and I go, wait a minute, that's Clown Puncher. What's he doing on here? He's not supposed to be on here
Yep.
tonight.
Yeah, Clown Puncher is one of those dudes. If we need somebody to step into the pit, all I got to do is hit him with a fucking message, and he's ready to slap that fucking mask on and come cause chaos for us.
It was pretty fun. That was a fun one. And then I got I was hyping up and getting my competition worked up that day, and everything was working great.
Right.
Getting him all confident in himself and everything, and then what happens? He goes and runs away.
That's exactly why I haven't announced the final matchup of the first round yet. Because I know damn well with my luck, I'll announce that fucking last matchup, even though it's been locked in for 2 weeks now. I know damn well with my luck, if I announce that fucking match, it's gonna fall through Thursday morning.
Exactly.
So we'll just have to tune in. But we are official. We have officially got our matchup on our replacement match for this Thursday, and then our final matchup for round 1 of the Pit Grand Prix set up for next week on the 8th.
That's awesome. Punchy Kicky time. Although this week was a bust. Oh, that sucked
Right.
for Punchy Kickies. I was looking forward to having something this week, and you and TJ both like, nope, not this week. Forget it. You kind of get used to it, and then it's like, whatever.
That's set up so. Gather some flavors real quick.
Yeah, I'm off the week of the Labor Day Monday week. I'm off that week, so I'm going to use that week to organize the cabinet.
Yep. It's going to take me a while to get this all organized. Get the new entertainment retro station organized. That'll be fun too.
I'm gonna order that camera boom after the show or tomorrow, and then I'm gonna with that cabinet.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, mine will be here Monday. The down low camera, which I already know I need 2 uses for it, but other than that, I have no idea why I'm even bothering. Like half of this whole new setup is just for to have the down low camera. I'm gonna use like 3-4 times a year.
well, no, I mean you could use it every show to show people you're mixing on the scale. Blah blah blah.
Good. Yep.
People like to see that. Especially when you put too much in.
Yeah. It's always fun to watch
The
DeMillan.
Millen. Yeah.
DeMillan, yep, that's what everybody thinks. Watching DeMillan put too much in. Addy admits it even if he's not on camera. Oops. Well, I hit that one on the. Well, I guess that one's going to be a little extra on that part. Yep.
Oh, I'm always over.
Maybe this will fill up sometime. There it is.
The thing is, when you're getting close, you have to stop and wait because
Yep.
the scale catches up.
The scale catches up. There's always a delay with your scale.
Yeah.
Always. Yep.
Yeah.
Be interesting too because I'm getting a halo for that, and my halo is going to have colors. So if I want, I can have like colored light over top of the down low. Thinking ahead of time. Probably use that once a year, but
Well, you
hey,
never
it's
know.
there.
Exactly. If it's there, then you never know. It might turn out you're using it every week or multiple times a week. You don't know.
Caramelized banana. Oh yeah, the caramelized banana. She liked that one. The banana raw. Absolutely love it. Flavor West hard candy. Yep. Jolly Rancher. Yep. Especially if you take that Flavor West hard candy and mix it with like a Wonder flavor, one of the Wonder Flavors candies. I mean, it's straight up just completely solidifies. It's a Jolly Rancher between the two.
Yeah, that flavor order I did today, I ordered a lot of candy bases, gum bases, stuff like that because I didn't have it.
Oh,
And a
that's
couple
summer.
of-
That's
Sorry, a
summertime in
couple
the
of
bottle.
tobaccos too. I haven't been into tobacco, but there was a few flavors that look like they might be good. I might use them once and never again, or put them in an envelope just for someone that would use it.
You know, if this was a commercial liquid, back when I was vaping commercial liquids, I would have been all over it. It's weird. The commercial liquids just don't hit the spot anymore. There's like 3 or 4 that can still vape occasionally. The rest of them kind of just lost their luster.
That might have happened anyways. You grow out of flavors.
Yeah, well, us with the what was it? The mango strawberry there one.
Yeah.
Lady Liberty can probably put it in chat which one it was, but we vaped a lot of it, lots of it, and then just one day we just couldn't touch mango again for a long time. Like we burned out on it, and that happens with the commercial liquids especially.
Yeah, that happened with me on cinnamon Danish. I was vaping, oh god, it was commercial juice cinnamon roll or something like that. Anyways, I was going through 120 ml a week at least, and I just got to a point where I just couldn't stand it anymore. I just couldn't even smell it. Forget vape it.
Wow, you know, this tastes familiar. I don't think we're far off of something I used to vape commercially on that. Something's very. I mean, obviously the double watermelon SSA wasn't. It must have been double watermelon cap. But and Amardine wasn't in there. man, it does taste very familiar. Like
Well, I
maybe
mean,
a watermelon, some watermelon strawberry commercial liquid I used to have at some point.
there's a few flavors that are just used over and over and endlessly over in commercial juices. Strawberry, watermelon, and a few others.
This is definitely an upgraded version. That ultimate strawberry in there. You got the double watermelon SSA is in there as an upgrade. That Amardine is actually an upgrade. Like I said, if you want to use Swaggies, you could easily replace it with the same percentages. Both are very good. Just a slightly difference in the one's more ripe, one's more like bright. Almost think the bright, yeah, the bright would have been nice in this too. Because I was just afraid with the Shisha Raspberry in there too. Because Shisha Raspberry can definitely kind of bring a brightness to it. It didn't bring as much of a brightness as I expected, so I'm good with it. I think the Amardine might have toned it down.
And you wouldn't use a touch of lemon?
Maybe, except for this has already got with that double watermelon there. It's already kind of got that almost throat hit, so it's kind of trying to avoid it. The ultimate strawberry does too have that like tingly sensation, like a lot of strawberries get.
Fair enough.
And for me, that's kind of that's a difference for me from I'll vape this for a few hours or I'll vape this all day.
Yeah.
Having that extra little bit of throat hit might do that. I'm not quite soft throat Grim, but I'm close.
I'm worse than him. I'm way worse than him. That stack recipe I came up with, I found it throaty.
Yep, New York cheesecake, graham cracker, clear. Yep, vanilla custard using lots of commercial. Definitely 100%. See you, Deb.
Good night, Deb.
Water the garden. Yeah, we had so much rain last night. I don't have to worry about watering anything. I mean, Swaggy got to see it. The downpour we have. We had a river going down the road. All of a sudden, like I was just out there half hour before that. And all of a sudden, we got a river down the road.
Really? Wow.
Thunder shower. Had the German Shepherd's the biggest animal we have now. He's the biggest whiner. He cries when it thunderstorms.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah.
No, we can get nothing up here.
I know some people down south said they would love to have had the rain. It's like, yeah, we need the rain. Don't get me wrong. We've had actually kind of a dry summer. Well, dry. It started off a little damp and then was almost perfect for the first half of summer, and the second half got pretty dry and hot. But yet the humidity was in the air all the time. It's weird. Oh, Bob's got something here. Let's see what Uncle Bab's got.
Night, Ian.
Now Adam's got me saying Uncle Bab. I blame Adam for that one. Get it up here. All right, back here, and we'll throw it up. So Bob has Summertime and Living. Oh yeah, this one here. Yeah, I've seen this one before, but it's a good one. Buddha's Hand Citron, a VSO at 0.4. Cooling Agent WS23, 0.8. Dragon Fruit VSO 1. Lemon Round Candy 101 1. Polar Blast Flavor Art at 0.8. Summertime Lemonade Wonder Flavors at 3. Super Sweet from Cap at 0.25. Watermelon Perulum at 3. And Watermelon Yellow from Wonder Flavors at 1.5. Any notes on it? Oh, lots of notes. Beautifully balanced watermelon lemonade. Wanted to start with the lemonade base, so I chose Summertime Lemonade, which to me is a perfect lemonade. It has a slight, almost grapefruit note to it. Buddha's Hand Citron is a perfect lemonade additive. Agreed. It just has a lemon oomph you want. It also doesn't have the throat hit. And rounded whole base off with the lemon candy notes of 101 round candy. Then for the watermelon layer, I wanted a candied watermelon layered with a ripe, juicy, authentic watermelon flavoring. Use the VSO watermelon too much. I use the VSO watermelon too much, so I decided to go Wonder Flavors yellow watermelon for the authentic. And my favorite candy watermelon by Perulum for the candy side. To add just a little juiciness, more juiciness, and round out the watermelon, I use 1% of VSO Dragon Fruit, which is, yes, sweetened and coolant to taste. Wham, bam, boom, delicious watermelon lemonade, perfect for those scorching summer days, mixed for this show. Yeah, I remember when you mixed that one. And yes, Did I may have mixed that one up. Trying to think. No, I
Sounds
don't
like a
have the
damn
lemon
good
round candy 101, so I don't think I did. I think I was missing the 101 lemon round candy. If I did mix it up, I would have had to use something else, which I might have tried the SSA sour type lemon in it if I did. Which isn't quite the same. It's a little more tart, a little more throat hit, so it kind of would throw stuff off.
Oh shit! Punches are being thrown already. Goddamn it.
So I don't think I did. But as per usual, there's another good, like, end of summer drink. And speaking of, guys, if anyone has a Blackstone, has a grill, this is the week that you just kind of, it almost begs for the fact you need to pull it out. Even if you haven't had it out all summer. A lot of people have not had it out. Last few years, I've seen a lot more people, and myself included, being lazier at bringing out the grills. Remember, this is that weekend. This and the 4th of July are the weekends you grab that grill and bring it out.
You only use my barbecue once this summer. Isn't that crazy?
I have not gotten the Blackstone out yet. I have everything for it to clean it already and season it and everything. I just have not done it. And it's mostly because, I've got a few shows each week that I'm on. It keeps me a little busy. I blame it on that, but it's not just that. It's also because I'm trying to think about getting stuff done around here, getting the apartments ready, getting the house ready, getting the studio ready, getting the living room ready. Just always something going on. I got the super suite. There we go. Yeah, there you go. Rocky, you're already 75% of the way there. If you use 14 drops of super sweet, you'll be like Addy Tooney and vibrate across the floor, maybe? Tooney, he loves that joke. He'll even ask for it. Yeah, air fryer is actually a good alternative to grilling as far as like healthy wise. It truly is. But once in a while you need a little bit of that grease in your life, maybe. If you can, if you can't and it's not good for you, that's a different story. If you're trying to be healthier, that's always a good thing. Wow, Turtle, though, we have 3.
The air fryer has a place, that's for sure. But I mean, nothing beats a Blackstone or a nice grill outside. Nothing
That
beats
char. Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, charcoal grill is really a good way to get rid of some of the fat. If you're using it, because it cooks it off. You just gotta be careful, because if you get something that's too fatty, then you get the flame up.
Yeah.
That's the issue
But
with
the problem with charcoal is it's a time consumption, right?
it. It is.
It's a commitment because it takes a good hour to get it to the point you need it. Then you cook, and then
It's not a quick process.
no, and everyone's just the time crunch, and everyone's life is crazy. Like Tim, I have no idea how you do all these shows. Honest to God, and you're bending time or something, because the rest of us is no freaking way.
I think Tim's
love
really just a
mixing.
robot programmed by Cassie, and we just assume that he's a real boy.
Yeah, maybe.
I love mixing. I love the community. And this, honestly, if it comes down to it, and what really started me on this is ironic. It's not really a Traeger. Yep. I want one of them too. A Traeger with the auto like feeder. I want one. I don't have one of them yet, and I'm telling
That's
you,
cool, for sure.
I'm tempted. So you can smoke your stuff and have it just continuously do it. I have the electric smoker and the regular smoker. I use the electric smoker more for the same reason, but the Traeger would be even better. But the thing is, I started off with this is more like a backup. This was the end all. Like, if everything else goes to hell, which, Dave, I know you understand this completely.
Oh yeah.
Stock up. And this is the way that we keep vaping alive. If it comes down to that point. Which, by the way, I will say, truthfully, behind the scenes, from what I've seen and what I know, that it's not going to go to hell, at least not unless things change from what the plan is with everything.
It is up here. If Canadian,
if they reflect, they might reflect what will happen here. They'll have a delay. You might have a period where it sucks, and then it should open back up if it goes the way it's supposed to. But I don't know what that was, but that was loud.
guarantee you up here, there's no way. Once that excise tax kicks in October 1st, that'll never go away. I guarantee you.
Oh, taxes won't
Guaranteed.
go away. That's the
Guaranteed.
thing. You are going to want to pay more. That's a given.
Yeah, but Tim, you know what it's gonna? Okay, the federal government here on a 120 bottle is putting $16 excise tax. The provinces are gonna follow suit with at least that kind of money. That's gonna double the price of a 120.
Yep.
And that's if you can get flavors. They go ahead with a flavor ban, you might end up with, I don't know, tobacco and mint. You know.
And here,
And then, sorry.
no, Frank actually said something about something being junk. And Frank, I'm glad you're here because, and Lady Liberty's comment actually fits in this perfectly. Remember what I just said a minute ago. If you haven't and you've been lazy, what do you need to do this week? Pull out that grill. I'm kind of telling myself the same thing, that Blackstone needs to come out this week. Just so you guys are aware. That's not just talking to everyone else. I'm saying to myself. That's got
You
to
mean
come out.
now that I made your stupid jalapeno poppers in the frying pan, you're gonna pull out the freaking Blackstone, you jackass?
Did you hear Peanuts? Did you?
Oh yes. Better you said it than I.
No, things are still here, but this is a backup. Not to mention the fact that there's no way you might find a commercial juice or two you love. You might, but it's up to someone else's profile, their flavoring.
Yeah.
I did not expect to love mixing as much as I do. That's why it's a kind of it is more than just a hobby. It's kind of like.
Yeah.
I
Lifestyle.
don't know. It's
a lifestyle.
It is a hobby, but it's a lifestyle like hobby. This has actually
Yeah.
become something that I enjoy way more immensely than I thought it would.
Yeah.
My ambition for it is extremely high, and I don't see it going away as long as new flavors are coming out, new flavor combos, as long as there's new options, things to try.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the perfect hobby for me. I always get bored with stuff. Honestly,
me too.
I get to the point where you can perfect something and then you get bored with it.
Yeah.
This is something that it's endless. I mean, say you get up to the point of 1,000, 2,000 flavorings. How many combinations can you make of those flavorings?
Right.
Endless. Like a lottery tick, like lottery number, endless.
If worst came to worst and I finished up every profile I actually wanted, got it where I wanted, doesn't mean I can't go back and try a different version. See if it might be better. You know, that's the thing with this. I mean, Meter, how many of the same candies have you made over and over again? And zero? You never went after the same candy twice. Just went until the point where you got it where you wanted it.
It's
I don't like it. I scrap it.
there's no way that you'll ever complete all the combinations of your flavors. It's impossible.
Swaggy,
It's
yes.
impossible.
It would drive me insane. There's no way.
Swaggy, if you put VSO rubs up on the site, I would put an ad up for you for it. That sounds delicious. There's like almost half of the people who mix like good food, and rubs. Oh, I mean,
yeah,
even if you're a vegetarian, you know, you still can use rubs on vegetables
Yeah.
too.
Nice standing rib roast. Oh, with a good rub. Oh,
Andrew, it's tough, and you might go back a few times, but you know what? For every single time you put down a cigarette and don't light one up, it's better for your health.
Still better. Every less cigarette you don't smoke.
yeah.
That whole dual using thing not being good for you, it's like, yeah, so what? If you're dual using, you're probably smoking less. Even if
know
not, that stuff will still.
Yeah.
I think if you, logically speaking, think about it. If you are smoking the same amount, but you're vaping as well, it's gonna break that shit up in your lungs and get it out of your system a little more.
Mm-hmm.
It's still gonna have benefits. So yeah,
I tell everyone, if I could quit smoking with vaping, man, I'm 100% you can too. It's just a question of finding the right flavor combination with the hardware. Because I smoked 2 packs a day for 43 years. Didn't matter what was going on, I was smoking. So, and I tried every single nicotine replacement therapy there was out there, and every quack, every homeopathic method, nothing worked. Vaping, within 24 hours, I was smoke free. Been over 4 years.
and when you
Simple as
first
that.
switch, a lot of people think, well, I gotta go tobacco because that's where I gotta go. Especially with the media the way it is right now, it's like your chances of going with a tobacco and actually quitting are usually way less than if you go with flavor, because you got to separate it. You got to completely like think, and you're not going to probably vape the same flavor when you first quit as you do like a few months to 6 months down the road when you can taste again, because that original flavor is not going to even taste the same to you 6 months down the road.
Another thing I would say too is, and I've heard this from many people, is good luck finding a vape flavor that tastes like burning tobacco. Good luck.
Right.
There isn't
You got-
anything.
You
There
got
isn't
people like
nothing.
Bob.
There's nothing out there.
Like Bob's quit 2007, 2008. I mean, that's a long time. Long time. So don't think that, I mean, you want it. If you truly want to do a scientific study, Bob's still with us, right? Bob's here. He's still vaping. He's doing well, right? Hey, guess what? He's been doing that for like 15 years, 16 years. What more proof do you need?
Yep.
And we all know the quality of life if we switched. You know the quality of life before and after.
That's what I tell
That's
people. I worked in a
15,
fucking
16
office.
years.
Working in an office 9 to 5, I was smoking 4 packs of fucking Camel Wide menthols a day without blinking for almost 20 fucking years. Like, I haven't touched a fucking cigarette since I got my first actual vape setup, and I haven't even thought about it.
Nice. That's impressive. That's impressive.
That's one of the reasons that anytime I hear anybody even considering or mentioning that they're thinking about getting off of fucking cigarettes, I have a spare setup. I have a fucking spare atomizer. I'll make
Yeah.
you 300 mils of fucking liquid exactly like you want it to taste right
Mhm.
now, because I didn't have somebody to help me. I stumbled my way through. And
Funny
I know
is-
now how fucking great it is.
Yeah.
I'll give you every fucking thing I've got on my shelf right now. Don't touch another fucking cigarette.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's like
it's funny you say that. I'm doing the same thing with my brother-in-law. You know, I've made him all the juice he needs for the next year.
Yeah, I got more than enough fucking supplies, and I'm more than willing to share every fucking drop of what I've got right now to keep somebody else from going off that fucking rail.
I got two of my 3 brothers. I got off cigarettes and onto vaping. My mother would have been if it wasn't for the Avali scare, and she will occasionally vape. So every time she does, that's one less cigarette, right?
Yeah.
A little
Yeah.
bit, yeah.
Hey, Tim, why don't you get her to watch that clip that Colin Mendelson just put out, debunking Ivali? Really good.
She's a news person. That's the problem. Yeah, and when the Ivali thing hit, it didn't. She lives in New York State. It was during the time when Cuomo was pushing everything too. So it's like, and not only that, but the news in New York State, they had more ads than any other place I know of for anti-vape during that time, because they had the state pushing it, they had the federal pushing it, and it was all at once, and just.
Did
just
she
got
miss
scared.
that part where Cuomo said, "I know it's safer," basically, but so what?
Yeah.
You know, that son of a bitch.
She became skeptical.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm still trying to get that to transition. And like I said, occasionally she'll take one of my brother's vapes and vape it. That every time she does that, that's one less cigarette she
Yeah,
lights
yeah.
up.
But you know what?
So-
That Cuomo thing is perfect. That's proof that karma is 100% a bitch.
You gotta
Perfect.
give him credit though. At least he admitted
Irony, ain't
it.
it?
How many others don't admit it? And that one fruit fly, damn you, Wayne. There's one fruit fly flying around in front of my screen now. But like I had those people just randomly, someone stopped and was working on his car, but was trying to figure out how he's going to get vape juice because he couldn't cross the border because he had restrictions on his license, couldn't cross into New Hampshire, and because of the 92% wholesale tax, almost every shop near here is closed on this side of the on the Connecticut River. But he happened to show up the day that he was about to go back. He was going out to buy a pack of smokes, got a couple bottles of free liquid, and guess what? At least temporarily, he wasn't smoking. That's what you do. You do whatever you can. And that was a weird thing to happen. You know, I live in the middle of nowhere. What are the chances of that happening to me? It's weird.
You know what? Wherever someone is, if they can reach out, it's not a big deal to throw an envelope in throw a bottle in a box and ship it. What, $10-15? Especially in the United States, where it's stupid cheap to ship anything.
Oil in it, and it's kind of, see the
It's-
oil. You gotta
yeah,
be careful.
It's an essential oil inhaler. That's the new thing. They're fucking bamboo, and they put essential oil cartridges in them. It's a non-electronic vape. It's fucking all snake oil bullshit.
Yeah, the thing is,
Like,
the
if you wanna
essential
use
oils. You gotta
essential
watch
oils,
what essential
don't
oils.
like
you're
Yeah,
using.
yeah, for sure.
That's absolutely fine. But don't you fucking dare for a split second tell me a fucking essential oil inhaler is going to help someone quit smoking. I'll slap you in your fucking face.
You still need that nicotine fix.
Yeah.
You do it first. You might eventually
It's
get
a
to the point where
bond.
the motion and the flavor and the
It's a
action
chemical
is
bond
enough.
in your fucking brain that you have to gradually break.
Yep.
Everyone different. Look at me. Like, I don't know about you, Meter, but I was 2-pack a day, right? You would think that I'd be into the high nick. Never have been.
Yep.
The highest I can go right now is 3. Beyond that, I can't do it.
When I first started, I was on 24 milligram Nick without blinking an eye.
Wow.
Right now, I vape between 1 and 1.5 milligram.
Yeah.
I get head rushes when I vape a 3 milligram at this point.
Yeah. See.
I do
I
high
was
wattage,
1.5
I do
and 3 for a
fucking
while.
cloud, but
Now
I do low nicotine.
Now I'm all 1.5. It's all been 1.5 for a while. Like if I'm putting an MTL or something, I'll make like a 6 or a 3.
Right, yeah, MTLs are a little bit different because you kind of got it the way that it processes through. But for a regular drip, I'm happy at 1.5 all fucking day long.
It also depends on how restricted it is. I mean, if you got a restricted direct lung, maybe I might be able to use a 3 in it, and that would be more satisfying. But if it's the same setup, yeah, if I go to a 3, I don't quite get a full head rush, but I do get that like little bit of one, like the edge of it. Yeah.
Hey, look. If you're too low, you could always vape more. You're too high, you're screwed.
Bob started at 48. But yeah, Bob, if you
Oh, yeah.
started back in 2007, 2008, you needed that 48 to get any of the nicotine because those atomizers, hats off to anyone who was able to quit back then. I'm sorry, but I've tried them because I do that whole thing, dive down in things. And I've dove down to and got a lot of those devices and stuff through the shop and different places. I don't know how you guys did it. You had to be committed to quit back then. Now it's not so much a commitment. Now it's like you try it for a while, you're going to cough. It's going to be harsh for a little while, and that's the hardest part. You got to get over that hump. Once you get over that, like Adam said, about a month, that makes sense. Takes about a month for you to kind of get that shit out of your system and start to not cough. And the coughing, you think it's because of this. A lot of it's actually because of what's in your lungs and it's letting loose.
Plus, people forget too. How much did you cough when you first started smoking?
Right? Yeah,
Right?
nobody picks up a cigarette and then just fucking pulls it off like they're Betty Davis right out of his face.
Exactly.
Honestly, that could be a factor too with it too. 100% PG back then too.
Yeah,
That
no shit.
when I go really high PG like that, I cough more. So that had to have been breaking up big time. Like I said,
that's
you had
where
to be
the throat
committed.
hit used to come from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you're 48 on top of that. I mean, granted, it wasn't giving you a lot, but yeah,
48, man, that would put me in the hospital.
PG is what killed me. Yeah, like when I've those 50-50 mixes still get me hard. And that came off wrong. Sorry, Adam. There's another clip for you. But no, they like hit me in the chest like hard when I get like the 50-50 mixes. I get that really. It hits.
Salt mix
70
too. I can't do salt mix.
60-40's pushing it for me. Like I feel it a little bit. And when I get 70-30 and above, not so much. But I do use a lot of 70-30 because I want that flavor carrier.
See, I go for a high VG, not because I want a big cloud competition, because a lot of times I'm on my motorcycle, right? My mod's sitting right next to the engine.
Right, so it stays
So
warm.
it stays warm. And if it's, I don't know, 70-30 maybe, it's going to piss out of the tank for sure.
Yep.
See, I'm on the other side of that. I mix mostly high VG because I fucked up the last time I ordered a major bunch of nicotine and didn't pay attention to what the fuck I was doing until I got it and realized that I had ordered like a half a gallon of 100% VG nicotine. And I was like, fuck. Well, I'm too cheap to let it go to waste. And obviously nobody else wants this shit. So time to get creative.
Actually, I do that on purpose.
Yeah. No, I that is a truth though. I mean, not to mention, if you depends on your tank, your setup, the way you wick,
Yeah,
all of it.
exactly. Oh,
But
Someone in chat, tell me if I'm wrong, but I find that nicotine does not oxidize as fast at a high percentage of glycerin. That's what I found.
Yeah, I
It
could see that.
doesn't seem to. No, I
Yeah.
agree. When I did
Yeah,
when I
almost
was
like the
using the
glycerin
60/40
blazes.
for trying to 60/40 mixes for a long time for my MTLs, that oxidized a lot faster.
Yeah.
It always got dark real fast.
Yeah.
Whereas you don't. I mean, I have some that have sat around for a long time. They're like 90/10s and still look clear as a bell.
I have probably about 24 liters of 3 milligram in a pure vegetable glycerin base. Hasn't even oxidized slightly, even the slightest. Still as clear as a bell.
Bob, if you do, it sounds like you might wind up in the Crowbar Hotel if you, if you quit vaping. If that's what keeps you from punching people. I wonder if that might have a little to do with it, though. It does. It calms your nerves. It's weird because it's something that elevates your constricts your blood vessels some, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like caffeine, nicotine. They bring you up, but they also keep you from like think about that morning coffee before you had your morning coffee in the morning. If you're a coffee drinker or a tea drinker, it's like you don't want to be around that anybody. And then once you have that coffee, it's like okay, you can come in now.
I'm surrounded by idiots at work, and one time I tried to quit smoking, and they were just getting on my nerves. I threw a chair across the meeting room. That ended that bout of the non-smoking.
12 milligrams after 42 years of smoking. Yep. Even at 12, you get a little bit of that throat hit. You really do. 12 to 18 is typically like it's hard to get 24 nowadays.
I
It
can't
really
do the
is.
throat hit. I just can't.
For traditional nicotine, you can get higher strengths if you're getting the. I'm talking quite commercially. If you're
Salt
going
Nick.
like you can salt nick and stuff like that, you can get above 24, but it's hard to find. There's only a few companies that still put out 24 milligram nicotine.
No.
And they'll put there's a few that put out 18, but mostly 12 is like mostly the max for regular traditional.
Yeah, it's
Nicotine.
369 usually now. I see.
Yep, yep. And occasionally you'll see a 12, but there's very very few companies that still carry the 18 to 24s. Do you got a fly too?
Yeah, fucking driving me crazy.
Yeah, I see it.
It's the
You
juice
can-
that attracts them.
it's
You
Wayne.
know, my wife bought a batch of strawberries
Oh,
like a
there we
week
go.
ago and forgot about them on the fucking counter behind the bread box, and we found them
Oh.
yesterday.
So you got about a week or two before they're all gone.
Yeah, so
I had a wasp chasing me on my motorcycle today. They love juice. They love it.
100% PG for your Nick though will actually does it? Do you find it steeps in faster? Meter with the PG nicotine over a VG? Does
I
it
don't
like
know.
because you know what I mean? Like the separate like you when you shake it up, is it? Because
yeah,
with the this one here is pretty good. This nicotine, but like some of the nicotines I've used, you shake them up with the VG ones, and
some
they
of 'em you
actually
gotta
kind
like
of still
shake them, let them
separate.
settle, shake, let them settle. Yeah,
And you have to do that
there's been a
even
couple.
long beyond when you actually when you're done with the liquid. Like if you 2 weeks from now, you still got to shake that thing like 4 or 5 times to
Yeah.
get it really good.
I got
Whereas
some
the PG
juices from.
ones, I would imagine, would shake better. It's like the PG in flavorings. That's why most flavorings are made with PG versus VG.
I got some Australian juices a while ago, and that was a real pain in the ass to nick them up and mix them. I don't know why it was, but it was.
There you go. You can confirm they do love liquid. I can also confirm that living next to the pond and stuff like that, you get mice. And I left the screen open upstairs and realized I had a hole in it, and had mice coming in, and they will grab your bottles. They will chew your bottles if you leave them out when you're mixing. Yes, they will.
They'll chew everything.
But they like e-liquid too. Don't let if you got a nice sweet one. Actually, I think it was actually the Steel Valley Vapors, the Georgie, the fudge one that he has, fudgy chocolate.
I got one juice from him. What was it? It was so good.
Georgie's really
man.
good.
Wasn't Georgie?
Hot Fudge Sunday is what it is. Hot Fudge Sunday, actually.
No, there was one I got
Georgie,
from him.
they're all named after horror theme.
Was it Decadent? Something Decadent, maybe? It was so good, though. I can't remember what it was. I might have it.
Yeah, PG Cares is better flavor by far. Get hot spots and VG. Exactly. That's what we were talking about. I think you just brought that up last week, Adam, or one of the last couple shows. The hot spots in the Nick from shaking it. You're shaking the VG.
The last of my commercial juices.
Yeah, I have commercial juices I keep going back to and trying to finish off, and I just can't do it. I just can't. They're just not hitting the spot. It's even worse.
Oh.
Is my favorite commercial juice that I've actually been able to go back to fairly well was the Sad Boy Shamrock cookie. Still love it. But Tom Lyford actually makes a rendition of that, DIY rendition, that's spot on or damn close to spot on. And he let me have the recipe for it, so I can make my own. And it's like, yeah, I don't do anything. I don't pick that up anymore because what's the point? I can make it at home a lot cheaper, and I know what's in it, and it doesn't kill my coils as much.
I guess I don't have it anymore. But the one commercial juice is really good. The Frankentone Shakedown. This
I
stuff
never
is
did that.
really good.
Never got in the Frankentones, but yeah, I wanted to.
Really good stuff.
Those are the ones that Breeze Tones went in with.
That's right. That's
Yep.
right.
A lot of respect for Breeze Tones.
Uncle,
He's done a lot for advocacy over there too.
yeah.
A lot.
I got a lot.
And over here even helped.
I've got what Overdrips line too, and I've got Seafood line. That's good stuff.
Those are the ones that actually are more addicting. Is like the DIY-isk like
Yeah.
lines. Like even M-Turks is it's a little light, but it's good on your coils. It's not designed as your typical like commercial liquid where it's just punch you in the face with a bunch of flavor that's just killing your coils. Oh, let's
Right.
just crank everything up and hope it tastes good.
And here is my nemesis, Musk. Oh God, I hate this stuff.
Yeah, got
It
talked
tastes-
into buying that VT musk, the vape train sweet musk,
Go
thinking
into the
everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. I hear
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
hearing it
yeah,
constantly.
yeah.
You know, these Australians and everybody.
Yeah.
They love it. And I tried to say, okay, you can love it all you want. That goes right next to the Vegemite.
exactly. Go out to the garden, take a handful of flowers, jam it in your mouth, and that's what that tastes like.
And chew it. Yeah.
And chew it.
In this group right here, the one person I could say, the people I see in chat that are talking, because I know, there's going to be other people like if Pippa showed up or something, that makes sense. But of the Americans I know in here and Canadians, I would say probably Adam would be the most likely to use that flavor.
If he would, I'll send it to him. He can have it. God bless him. He just
He
has
might.
to nick. He just has to nick it up, and he can have it all he wants. I never tasted anything so foul, and nothing against Australians. God bless them, but that stuff is just
It's a cultural thing. You get
Yeah.
used to certain flavors. It's like the
Yeah.
first time I ever had Parma violets. It's like I'm eating these sweet tart looking things. Okay. Grab a purple one thinking grape. That's not grape. That will throw you for a loop with your head. Mental gymnastics start immediately when you're not expecting that flavor.
oh yeah.
It's like, yeah.
And that's a candy. The musk is a flavor they have in their candies.
Yeah.
Like oh
That's what the VT Sweet Musk is. I mean, I've gotten to the point where I can actually kind of be okay with some of the flavors, like the UK flavors and these floral flavors. But I'll be honest, at first, I was adverse to it. It takes a while to get used to them.
I couldn't even open that bottle and smell it without feeling sick.
Oh, preseason. Talking about what is it, talking about football here? Looking like we're talking some football already, preseason football. Yeah, I heard him. Oh, he annoyed me yesterday when he was whining about the thunderstorm. So we're even.
Poor thing.
Oh no, it's just some animals do it. Like we had one goat that actually that during a bad thunderstorm we had when they were babies, one of the roofs collapsed from like it was a monsoon, and it was supposed to hold up to that kind of thing, but it didn't, and the roof collapsed on their pen, and he was always terrified of thunderstorms. So when we had thunderstorms, I'd go out there and comfort him. Had to, but that I don't know if something like that happened to him or some animals, especially dogs, cats, whatever, just don't like thunderstorms. The bunny doesn't really like them when they're really loud like they were yesterday either. She gets very snuggly.
Yeah, it depends on the animal, because I've had cats that doesn't bother them, and others terrified.
Yeah.
So
A lot of times it's if they're outside animals is when
Yeah.
you see them more scared because they realize how dangerous that is. If the cat that you let outside all the time and maybe they're out in a thunderstorm once and then all of a sudden they cling on or freak out. They won't leave your side when it's a storm.
my mother was terrified of storms. She'd start crying, and it's horrible.
And if anyone caught it, the bunny loves her bowling set. And if anybody saw the videos, that was during the vlog. And she was half paying attention to Nick. She likes Nick. She likes Nick and Casey. So she was paying attention to that. So it wasn't like full on play. Like when she really gets going on them. But here's the thing. I bought her a light up bowling set. I thought it was glow in the dark. It turned out it wasn't glow in the dark as so much as it has LED lights in the bottom. I have to turn on the light so she won't touch them. She's that picky now. She was bowling the day before. She was bowling with like water bottles, empty water bottles. We'd set them on the floor and she'd bowl with them. Then she got the toy, and it's like now you have to have these set up. They have to be lit up, or I'm not touching them. And you have to give her ball so she can throw it at him. But it's weird. She's a little spoiled. But she's 7 years old, so what are you gonna do?
I don't know anyone that doesn't spoil their animals, dog, cat, bunny, regardless.
Yeah, Mallory, it's getting that time. We're gonna have to start talking football all over again. Shaniqua doesn't care about Storm. She's badass. Your cat is pretty badass. Dave's got 3 of them. Actually, they've been pretty good this stream.
Oh, the kittens, yeah, they're passed out.
The last stream we were on, the after show, man, they kind of really went after your keyboard.
Oh, yeah. No, they're all passed out. And the adult cats, they don't bother. They're great.
Really liking this Rough Rider coffee now that it's sat for a while. I think I mentioned it before the stream, didn't I? I was talking to you about it, Dave.
Yep.
The leather in it, the leather is there, but it's giving us like velvety kind of feel. It's not quite what I expected. I was a little thinking it was gonna make it rough, but it's like more like velvet rough. Like it's kind of smooth, but yet it's there. It's weird.
Oh my God.
A little earthy but smooth. I'm actually really enjoying it.
I think I found the first bottle I ever mixed. It tastes like It tastes like golden syrup.
Golden syrup.
Oh, is that ever sweet? Oh my God. Good though.
You wait 3 years down the road, he's gonna pull out one of his over the top sugar cookies. Oh my God, this was so over the top. Why am I vaping? Why did I vape this way?
Probably, but I mean that thing is so versatile. It goes across every platform of vaping. Mesh, dual coil, single coil, melt to lung. I was really impressed with that. Like it's really good, melt to lung, and I don't like melt to lung.
There aren't a ton of flavors you can crank up and not have the flavor go different.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you crank up the flavor, it changes the profile. It's one of the things that's nice about Swaggies. If you are a super taster, you can mix low, or you can bump it way up if you really want that punch to the face flavor.
Right.
But it doesn't like change the flavor. That's one of the best parts about that type of have a whole line. It's pretty much the whole line like that.
Right.
That's rare. That's really rare.
Maybe I should have bumped up that bacon in my stock recipe.
Maybe we'll find out. It's steep.
Let me know.
You'll find out on Thursday.
Okay. You let me know.
I'll be like, Wayne.
It's not a 10, it's a 0.
Nah, I don't think it'll be like that. I doubt it'll be a 0.
Well, you get the pancake. You're not getting the bacon or the maple syrup. At least I'm not.
Yeah, the maple syrup is. It depends on the pancake you're pushing up against.
Yeah.
Pancakes, one of those ones that can definitely overpower. Like if you've had Pancake Man, they bumped up that maple flavor so much in there to cover the pancake. You wonder why it's a coil killer. Because you think, oh, you could drop the pancake. Oh no, we can't do that. We just throw more on top of it.
I think I had Pancake Man at some point. I know I don't have it anymore, but I think I had it.
I got the Pancake Man and I think I got the Waffle one too, Waffle Man or something like that. I got 2 of them, and they're just like, I had another one too, and just a coil killer and a half. But I think it's because, well, for one, it's probably got TFA pancake in it at a high percentage, which is a coil killer, known coil killer.
Yeah.
But then you add that to the fact that they bumped up the maple and those salt and the sweetener.
You look
Ungodly.
at those flavors. They're black when they're fresh. You imagine what they do to coils.
They look like tar.
Yeah, exactly. The first
Wayne-
time I got it, I looked at them there. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Oh, the blue ras bullshit. Yes, that's the. I remember this. Isn't this the one that you got them to actually vape? No, this is the newest one. Blue raspberry slushy OS DIY. At 8%. Blue Ras Flavora at 1%. Blue Ras VSO at 2.5. Buddha's Hand Citron at VSO at 1. Love that flavor. I can't help it. Cooling Agent WS23 at 2. Hibiscus from Cap at 1. Polar Blast FA at 1.5. Cap Super Sweet at 0.25. And Sweet Candy from Cap at 1%. So that's got the inhale and the exhale cooling going on. Yeah, that's the one that I think that's the one that Adam was missing the same flavors I was and couldn't mix, but I think Adam said he would like to try that one. For one, had the hibiscus in it, and that hibiscus is nice. I imagine the hibiscus actually should pair really well with that Buddha's Hand.
Yeah, that should be pretty cool. That'd be a nice combo.
Yeah. Oh, you made a hibiscus candy, right?
Oh, that was Larry.
Was Larry? Oh, that's why it was Larry made it.
Yeah,
The
Larry
hibiscus
cheated
candy.
and made a hibiscus candy using hibiscus candy flavor.
That works, huh?
Didn't he boost it though? He boosted it, didn't he?
He put the VSO hibiscus in there to crank it up a little bit.
These these are good summertime end of summer vapes. This one will pair good. I did make a 55 of this, so I will be using this week while cooking on the Blackstone, which I'm looking forward to. You gotta hold me to it too, Frank. If I don't do it, Frank, if you're still here, you can yell at me for it. I have nipples. Can you milk me, Greg? Did you just mix this?
Yeah. It's pretty nice on the knuckle so far. It's definitely gonna need its time to calm the fuck down a little bit, but
Well, it's up if you would like to
there's
go
a
over
lot
it.
going on, so
It's up on the screen if you want to go over it.
I think in a couple days it'll chill the fuck out.
I like that dulce de leche and English toffee combo.
Yeah.
Those two
That and
are
then
like,
the creamy milky underpants too.
yep.
You
And then
gentlemen
you still.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you guys ever tried to speed up your sleep time, your steep time with, let's say, a whatchamacallit, ultrasonic mixer?
I tried it when I first
Cleaner,
started.
I meant. Yeah.
I tried it when I first started, and I couldn't really tell if it worked or not, to be
Oh, okay.
completely honest. So I
I've
just,
heard-
I just figured out. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
the one thing I did notice is my nicotine turned darker faster. I did notice that.
That would be
That-
heat probably doing it.
Yep, the heat, because the ultrasonic cleaner inherently throws a little bit of heat into your mix.
I was gonna say I had heard that that's an option, but I just figured out how to weaponize my laziness, and that I stopped thinking about something that I just mixed the second I stopped shaking it, put it on a shelf somewhere. So
Yep.
I'll literally mix something that I know I'm not gonna be able to touch until next week, and do something like set it right here, like I did with the mix I made from Wednesday night on golf tees, because I know I'm not gonna get to that till tomorrow probably. So this one,
Yep.
once it's done, because it's gonna need to steep anyway, I'm literally gonna put on the shelf in front of me and then stop thinking about it until the atomizer that is going to go in runs out of liquid. Then I'll be like, oh shit, never mind, there it is, and I'm good.
I used to, when it was a weekly show, or once or twice a week, I used to leave them at my desk
Right.
and be like, oh, next time I come over, it'll be ready. That theory doesn't work as good for me as it used to. Don't know why.
You think?
There it comes. It's what Dave heard. Dave's like, I'm not saying nothing. I saw a smile.
I'm not saying anything. God
Oh,
bless
my
her for
God.
putting up with you.
Yeah, that's the mix from Golf Tees. Oh my god.
Dude, somebody got super offended and has no idea what it's all about, despite everyone coming in and being like, shut up.
But the thing is, it's actually the name of a song. It's
I
the
literally
real name
I
of the
posted the
song.
video. Yeah, I posted the video for the song in the fucking comment thread so that she would finally shut the fuck up, hopefully. Like, if you don't know, I get it, but
I'm
shut
with
up.
Bob. I was wondering if maybe that one they might have taken that recipe down on you. I was curious.
I
I'm
was
happy
ready
to see
for
it's
it.
still up. Oh, we got something here. Medicine flower blueberry. Yeah, see, is this the one you were talking to me about? Or is this something you just put together? Yes. So I'm supposed to mix this up as soon as it comes in. I told Rocky I would. So it's simple. Medicine flower blueberry at 1%, and sour TPA at 0.5, and just super sweet from cap at 0.5. MFing blueberry. So it's a really simple design, but apparently it makes your head explode purple. So cool.
I don't have the medicine flower.
Yeah, it's coming. I don't know when it's gonna be. It supposedly shipped out of New York like on Wednesday, and it's like I'm not seeing any updates on shipping, saying it's still waiting to be picked up. So I don't know if they have maybe they have a weekly pickup. A lot of companies do that. You know, they put the orders in, they have everything there, and they just once a week either have someone comes and picks it up or they take it in. I'm gonna find out, Bob. Rocky made sure that I was going to get that. Thank you, Rocky, for all your help. Yeah, that and the dark chocolate. Because I need the dark chocolate anyway for quite a few of the recipes, actually, for the Kinder Challenge. A lot of people use the medicine flower dark chocolate. There's a few. And I think, was it the chocolate? Another chocolate there that is used. Glamour chocolate, which I already got. And then there's... I'm surprised the crispy like wafer was definitely used a lot. I'm just interested to see. This is gonna be so much fun. Oh, Bob, you got your Dynavap. Congratulations. I got 2 of them. Don't use them as much anymore because I do use the Italian 420 that I believe it was Swaggy that actually helped me find that one. Not sure what the laughter is about, but okay. Oh no, something going on, Bob.
Swaggy said if I was close enough to hear, I was close enough to send a shoe. So I said I would accept payments to come over and smack you. Bob asked where to send the payment.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it so much. She must have finally saw my comment. So So you liking that, or are you vaping it still, or is that you still trying the same one, the new one? Meter?
What?
Is that the new one you're still?
No. No, I haven't cracked into the new one.
You gonna let
The one
that steep
from
for?
Golf Tees on Wednesday is still untapped, but the one that I just mixed, I knuckled it, and it's nice, but it needs to calm the fuck down. It's still real rowdy with all the milks and ice creams and shit.
That's like this Rough Rider coffee was good, but it didn't get any. The leather didn't really come through at first. Now it is, but it's kind of like a silky, like velvety, like weirdness, but good earthy weirdness. Don't hate it at all, but it's not what I expected. You hear leather, you get a little scared, you know, like leather and lace or something like that. That's a good recipe name. Somebody needs to come up with that, leather and lace.
What would the lace be? Licorice?
I was thinking white chocolate, but then I'd be completely against using the leather because, you know, white chocolate's not really chocolate. Remember, you gotta think Larry in Larry terms because leather's Larry. And I'm not sure how. I mean, I think I have white chocolate in that, don't I? I believe I have white chocolate in the Rough Rider. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I might have. Let me double check this because now I'm curious. I have nipples. Can you milk me? If anybody hasn't seen that movie, still worth a watch.
Hell yeah, it is.
Let's see. Yes, I use white chocolate based VTA in that one because I wanted to try it. I wanted to try a different type of one. And then the coffee liqueur is in there. The coffee liqueur I actually think helped a great deal with it because it's got that like inherent sweetness of a liqueur. Like I said, this actually is really, really tasty. I'll put this recipe in chat in case anybody's still looking for an update on that. I gotta put an update in there. I'm not sure. I have to think about how to write that one because it's kind of like a. Like I said, the best way I can describe it is almost like velvety, almost like a suede or something. Meet the Parents. Yep. Can't get that image out of my head either of them sitting at the table and that conversation coming up. I've got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
I'm not mistaken. That's a movie where the cat uses the ashes in the urn for a litter box.
Yep, when it gets busted. And it also flushes it, goes to the bathroom and toilet. And
That
flushes
was
the
so
toilet.
funny. It was so funny.
Yeah, sure. He doesn't have opposing thumbs. He can't do it. And then you find out later he actually did flush the toilet.
Cats, they can do amazing things.
Let's see. Yeah, just this. Rocky's got, like I said, I can't wait for the. If anyone didn't get it, Rocky's choco taco recipe. I just need that high end chocolate taco in my life. I do.
Chocolate tacos weren't a thing in Canada, so I have no idea what the real thing tastes like.
It doesn't matter because Rocky's is the one you want. It's weird. I forget the exact name of it. I'm looking here. Where is it? The Choco Taco, Choco Taco. Wow. Rocky does mix quite a bit.
Isn't it like Mowgli made me do it or something like
Yeah,
that?
oh, that's right. Mowgli made me do it. That's what it is. The Mowgli made me do it one. The crisp waffle SSA at 0.2, dark chocolate medicine flour at 0.4, donut crispy flavor art at 0.8, ice cream vanilla SSA at 1, super sweet cap at 0.4, taffy peanut butter wonder flavors at 1, and the vanilla cream ice cream from Chef Super Concentrates at 1. And That's high end. That'd be like taking a chocolate taco that a bougie one, like made custom to order. That's taking an old time favorite like stale ice cream thing. It's like taking Dippin' Dots to a new level type idea. Famous had Dippin' Dots as the most freezer burnt ice cream you ever had.
Fuck yeah. I don't understand. I never understood the fascination with that shit.
It is interesting because you can mix the Dippin' Dots individual flavors together and create like it works almost like mixing, you know. But no matter inherently whatever you make, it's like
Still
you're instantly going to
always
get
has.
freezer burnt ice cream is the flavor. It's going to be omnipresent.
Yeah, no matter what flavor you add to it, it's going to be whatever flavored freezer burned ice cream.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. You can make yourself a chocolate banana, but when you
Right?
make that chocolate banana, don't forget the freezer
Yeah,
burn.
absolutely. If you've got a craving for a freezer burnt chocolate banana, Dippin' Dots is the way to go.
There's another thing that's not in Canada.
Well,
Oh,
Dippin'
you ain't
Dots
missing
kind of
nothing
died
there.
off. I think they pretty much died off. Did they even really? Are they still around?
They're automated vending machines in Walmarts now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're in the entryways of fucking Walmarts and automated machines now.
See, the best
That's what
part
they've
about
been
that too, the
reduced to.
chocolate banana or whatever, you can adjust it just like in mixing. You can, if you're making it yourself, you could adjust the chocolate banana ratio.
Yep.
But what you can't adjust is the freezer burn ratio. That's 100% gonna be there, no question, hands down. Still in ballparks, okay. Dippin'
Yeah,
Dots.
there you go. That's probably actually where they sell the most of it. Get that shit at the ballpark of the fucking novelty, like fucking Cracker Jacks.
Except for Cracker Jacks doesn't taste freezer burn.
Right?
That's amazing how long that's been around for.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, that's got to
Definition
be.
of it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I mean that's got to be 75 years probably, if not longer.
Yeah.
Cracker Jacks is delicious. Oh, you got me wanting a Google foo. Now I know how long
no.
Cracker Jack.
Yeah, it's been around before, at World War II or even before.
Yeah, 1896.
There we go.
Holy shit.
Holy crap! I know it was old, but I didn't realize this. And
I
it was
didn't know it was that
actually originally the Cracker Jack Company Borden. Yep. Now it's Frito Lay, but 1896.
Holy crap.
Yeah, dude.
That's like
Oh shit.
Basically 130
126 years.
yeah, 126 years ago. Holy crap! I knew it'd been around, but wow. Yeah, but again, it's broke, not broke. Don't fix it. That was
That's what I'm saying. 130 years, they ain't changed a fucking thing besides the fucking packaging.
I bet
That's
I would
amazing.
not be surprised if they changed some of the sweetener in it to something, you know, over the more recently, because they do that a lot of things. But regardless, Cracker Jacks is still good to this day. Not good for you as they never were,
But
but
that's because it's molasses, man. That fucking molasses is horrible for you, but it's delicious.
it's yeah. Spell check. Spell check does suck on all phones, but I have never seen such an invasive AI as I see on the iPhone. iPhone drives me absolutely batty because it doesn't just. Here's the thing: I got a whole sentence, everything looks fine. I put one last word, suddenly it changes a third or second word or fifth word in the whole conversation to something completely different that doesn't makes no sense in the sentence. But the AI knows it's the right word. What, huh? What are you basing this on? And if you don't proofread before you send, after you get all typed out, you can easily miss it.
Android's pretty bad too.
It is. Not saying my grammar is perfect. It's far from perfect, but that iPhone makes it look much worse sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Vaping Milk of the Poppy made 7 months ago. Ooh, that would seem like if it's a good Milk of the Poppy, it would have to be well steeped anyway. So you probably tastes best after 2 months, but 7 months, that's gonna be as steep as it's gonna get. Ow!
That's for Bob. He won the bid.
What?
I gotta send a video of it again later, though.
What? You all saw it. It's on TV. No.
So what?
We have video evidence. I just got slapped or something. I don't know. No. Yeah, and get over there. Yeah, the caramelized sugar came out last week. That is a very, very good versatile flavor. Have you tried that one yet, Meter? The
No,
caramelized
that
sugar?
is supposed to be in my next outgoing package.
I was gonna
That
say
and
because
that fucking elderberry.
that caramelized sugar is gonna be right up your alley. It really
That's what I
is
was thinking.
because it's
That's
not.
also why I'm waiting for the elderberry too, because I got a bunch of ideas for that too.
It's not bruleed. It's actually caramelized. It's just that nice, you know the difference between like a caramel that's made with like creams
Burns and
versus a
actually
caramel that's made with
caramelized,
caramelized sugar. It's that. It's right there.
Nice. Yeah,
It is right
definitely,
spot on
definitely
right
do
there.
some tinkering with that for sure.
Without any burnt notes or crisp notes like a overcooked. Like even trying to make real caramelized sugar, it's really difficult not to get those burnt
Yeah,
notes.
that's not easy for sure.
No. The only time I've ever had it correctly had one of those auto stirrers in it. You put down in and it just keeps spinning. That's the only time I've ever had it actually good. As good as what it tastes like in that mix, in that flavoring. You got it now, Dave, right?
No.
No? You don't have the caramelized sugar? You did get the butter raw, though, right?
Well, yeah. Somehow
tried
I
it
missed
yet?
that. No, I haven't tried it yet. I was just trying to organize all the raws together so I don't have them spread out all over the place.
You know what?
Task in itself at this point.
Swaggy mentioned rubs, his own rubs. I'm not sure if you have it. I haven't looked, Swaggy, but if you have or are capable of making, could you imagine like an espresso rub made by Swaggy for your meat? I'd be on board with that. Have you ever had a steak or a brisket or something rubbed with espresso, like an espresso rub? Oh, it's good.
Really good? Never tried it.
It looks like it's burnt, but it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
When you cook it, it'll look burnt. You know, it's almost like a blackened seasoning
Right.
type thing. Except for it's definitely got a coffee flavor to it. But if you like coffee, especially if you like coffee beans,
Mm-hmm.
like chocolate covered coffee beans, have you ever had them?
Oh, yeah.
You would probably love that flavor.
Normally, I just take my steaks and I salt them and I leave them out till they come to room temperature before I prepare them. But rub would be fun to try.
It would. Yeah. There's lots of different ways to do that. Now I'm thinking. You said it yourself. The VSO garlic and the VSO onion will last forever. Well, it'd work really good in a marinade, wouldn't it?
Yeah, as long as you keep it away from your addies, you'll be fine.
The sacrificial Addy.
Oh my God! I mean, it must have taken me 5 days to get the smell of garlic out of my addy.
Yeah, that I did have. It took forever for that flavor to come out of there once I vaped. 'Cause I vaped the whole bottle of that Spanish rice.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wasn't expecting to like it, but I did. So it's like, damn it! It is some form of Spanish rice.
I don't think I let it steep long enough, but then I tried it and I thought, oh my God, this is horrible, and I tossed it,
Which one? Spanish rice?
the Spanish rice with the bottle, because I couldn't get the smell of it out of the
Oh,
bottle. either.
the bottle. You're sacrificial. Yeah. I don't even think using a glass bottle, you'd have a heck of a time trying to get it out of it, let alone a plastic bottle. Yeah. Once that garlic and that onion get into any plastic or porous surface,
Forget it.
it's not leaving. I think I did manage to get it to eventually come out of the O-rings, but I think I ran it through the ultrasonic cleaner forever to do that.
Yeah.
And the O-rings had to come off so I could get
Yeah.
it all around. Because anything, if it seeps underneath and gets in there, it's there. And you might have to sacrifice your O-rings.
Oh, that smell though. You know, We had a tanker truck a few years ago. It was carrying concentrated liquid garlic before the material that we ordered was put in it. They didn't wash it properly. When we got the load of polyethylene glycol 300, the smell in the building was noxious. Like you almost threw up. The garlic was so strong. The whole building reeked of it. Like we had people in the offices, like they started retching.
Deb says she has a dedicated one for coffee flavors. That you know, if you have something with strong flavors, and you like that profile, like
Yeah,
coffee, if you, that's a good idea.
that's a very smart idea.
Especially if you're using something with like a plastic tank to it, like a like even this. If I'm going to use a really strong flavor, if I use like VSO garlic in this, that's what's going to go in there forever because it's never going to be good for anything else probably. But
But if I was going to continuously use a flavor that was like coffee or something strong like that, that's a brilliant idea. I never even thought of that.
I really hadn't. I hadn't had a coffee like that, but that's not a bad idea. I got coffee in there right now, and it's gonna take a while. Like I'm gonna have to thoroughly clean and soak that to get that out of there because I have the VSO. Well, the VSO is not so bad either. Some of the coffee flavorings are worse as far
Hmm.
as sticking in your addy. I don't find the espresso to be all that bad.
I'm a
That one
mood
actually cleans
vapor,
out.
so I'm always changing up my setups. So it would be tough for me to stick with one Addy for a long period of time.
Oh, speaking of, if you guys don't watch and see Dave's post when he gets into these meme posts, God. One of them this morning had me laughing really well. I can't even remember which one. It was one this morning when I first woke up and got up. I'm looking at Facebook and I'm scrolling through and I see some Dave memes because there's usually like 10 in a row in
Yeah.
a list. And there was one this morning that had to do with cats. Just
Yeah.
can't remember which one.
Oh, the Cat Book Club, maybe?
Nope, not the book club one. I saw that last night. I think might have been this morning, but there's another one that was even better. It was uh now I want to like look, but it was just hilarious. It like that's it. If you can't laugh at life, then you need to figure out a way to. Like Meter and his leg when he was really laid up. Speaking of Meter, how's your knee doing?
It would be a lot better if we weren't in the middle of all these fucking storms, but
I get that.
slowly but surely making progress in between storm fucking bouts. Like I had a really good week, and then it fucking rained for like 4 days, and the barometric pressure was through the roof, and it looked like I got a fucking ham hock for a kneecap again.
Oh, it's not on Facebook. It's on Instagram. Is where you posted them, isn't it? But no, with
The gridlock?
the pain one you're talking about, I understand it completely. I can't have my cortisone shots for another 9 months, and I'm feeling it bad already.
I had for my back cortisone shots and it didn't even work.
That's one of the reasons I made these little guys.
Well, that's cool.
Oh no, it's not the one on Instagram, but man, so look at those cute, adorable kittens. They're not so tiny anymore.
No, they're getting big
They're getting big.
and they got to go get fixed. I'm trying to find a place to get them fixed that won't break the bank.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I know.
Because they like when we got the dog fixed, we had to because he was marking his territory, and it was not fun.
No.
So we found a place that did it, fairly cheap. There's like a clinic type thing, but they don't tell you ahead of time. At least at this clinic, they didn't tell you ahead of time they were going to leave it open wombed.
No.
So you show there, and afterwards they're like, "Oh, we were supposed to talk about this before, but yeah, open womb." So thankfully, we had stuff down for him in the car. But if you didn't, your car was going to be destroyed. Imagine just going in there expecting your dog to have be sutured up and everything, bringing him home, and bleeding through onto your and then there was just blood on the floor constantly. For
What
like
the
a
hell
day
is
and a half.
that? I've never heard of that before.
It was. I'd never heard of it before either. I didn't realize it was even a thing. Penalty
No,
box.
no,
Oh, God.
no. That's crazy. I've
Oh,
never
that's
heard that
it.
before.
That's the one. It was actually the dogs. Maybe you're spending too much time inside with your human, Spike.
Oh, yeah, with the fire hydrant. Yeah.
The dog's sitting on the fire hydrant with the top off like it's a toilet. And, that's what's funny there, made me laugh and reminded of it right now, was Meter's name for his recipe. Because that reminded me of that cat in which one was it? That wasn't Meet the Fockers, was it? Meet the Fockers is the second one. Was it
Yeah,
Meet
it was the second one. It was
The
Meet
second
the
one.
Parents.
Meet the Parents, yeah. And it just reminded me of that. When I saw that, I was like, man, that's Meet the Parents dog version. Outside dog version. What's going on here? She wants food. I don't know if we're gonna wait that long. I'm thinking about we need to get something for the grill. I'm ready for grilling. Now you guys got me all wanting grill. Actually,
I
I
really want a tomato cucumber sandwich.
I want steak, and it's Deb's fault.
Hey, you know what would be amazing? A nice brisket. Brisket,
Steak
sorry.
is on
Brisket.
sale.
Ooh.
Nice
Get a nice
brisket.
bark on that. Yeah. Ooh, that'd be nice.
It would. That is a great. I thought about playing with the beef today, but actually we already talked about that. That'll be a Wednesday thing. Apparently, we're gonna do some beef recipe. At least a couple of us are willing to try it.
Beef stew, yeah. The beef stew challenge.
The beef stew challenge. So anybody's feeling frisky,
Oh man,
it's going to be an interesting day.
it is definitely going to be an interesting process for sure.
Oh yeah, Rocky, that actually is so true. I find the espresso does not. Swaggy's espresso does not destroy your cotton at all.
How does anyone go weeks on the same cotton? How?
If he's using more than one addy for starters, and using that just
okay.
especially for his coffee, you could do that.
Okay, because I mean, I run probably 3-4 setups at a time, and I'm still re-wicking every 4 or 5 days, like maximum or minimum.
Especially if it's your occasional go-to, like maybe you wake up in the morning, you want a coffee with your coffee,
Right.
a pairing thing situation. Or like with the tobaccos, I come over here with those. Those don't get re-wicked all that often because I come over here and I'll have a few vapes and tobacco during like a live stroll. Go over maybe in the after show if I do a little gaming over here before I go over, and then go right back over there, and I won't touch it again until next time I'm over here, at least. So they'll last a little while. I'm not sure. You'd have to actually ask him, but
I've heard a lot of people say that. I just can't do it.
and then there's also an OCD factor that kicks in. If you're used to wicking every few days, after a few days, you're like, yeah, that really needs to be re-wicked. You start to think, even if the flavor hasn't gone bad, you start to wonder, should I change the cotton?
Right.
Bob. uh,
Does she really? Ew.
What do you mean? If you're only seeing semi-naked ones, you're not looking at the real ones. Then she ain't hiding nothing.
You should hide a lot.
she wasn't hiding anything back in her first music video. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, no. You see every bit that was hidden back then.
Oh,
She ain't hiding shit now.
I don't know what people see in her.
Well, until her dad got her the surgery, she didn't have as much to hide.
Right.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Something wrong with a father to do that.
I think that's his
Something
job.
very
Isn't he
wrong.
a surgeon? Isn't he a plastic surgeon? Did he actually do the surgery himself? I don't know.
So no.
Something very wrong with that relationship.
No, you want to talk about a weird relationship too. You got to think, if you're talking music industry, you got to think Molly Cyrus.
Oh yeah, that's wrong.
Although she just kind of rebelled against her dad. Her dad tried to get her to go straight and narrow. It didn't work out so well. He finally gave up. It's my kid. Want to spend time with her. I'm going to have to let her do what she wants. Sucks. When she came out with Wrecking Ball, he must have felt like a proud parent. At the same time, it wasn't like Achy Breaky Heart or any of that during that time. All those songs he came out with, the videos weren't exactly all kosher, 100%. So
I don't know. I'm not a parent, so I couldn't tell you, but I wouldn't even know where to begin to deal with something like that.
oh, Bob. Yeah. Who was it?
When I was 12, it was Blondie, Deborah Harry. Oh,
12, I'm thinking it was
That and Ann Wilson before she really loved her.
Carnes. Carnes. Last name Carnes, the singer. Kim Carnes, is it? Yes, it was Kim Carnes. She had some really nice album pictures back then and posters. Back when I was like 12. That, and I kind of like the raspy voice she had with her songs.
if you want raspy, then it would be what's her name from Fleetwood Mac.
That too. Yep.
Oh, what was her name again? What was her name? Hello, cat.
Stevie Nicks.
Yes.
That's it.
Oh.
Back in the heyday of music.
Yeah.
Betty Davis eyes. There we go. Yep. Yeah. Go down a music rabbit hole so easily. Music, you know what? It timestamps your life. Not just
Yep.
because other people, like, you know, your kids hear it and they go, oh, that's old music. But, like, it brings you back to that, some of those memories, some of those feelings you had at that time period.
Yep.
When you think of a song or hear a song. Even Betty Davis eyes. That actually, man, I remember listening to that as a teen. Like, constantly. My mother loved that song, too.
Oh, I remember all like listening to Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin and Led Zeppelin and all that in the 70s. That was good music.
Listened to a lot of that, but it was actually kind of like my parents' music at the still. I was at the just past that transition.
Oh, okay.
And then mine was like, I remember the first album I ever bought, full album, was Wasp: The Last Command,
Really?
which is like, you think Motley Crue, pre Motley Crue, but dirtier than Motley Crue, like more rowdy, more raunchy. That was Wasp. It was basically the same type of music, just a lot more vulgar.
No. For me, it was
Like-
one of the Beatles albums.
Then we got Motley Crue. Motley Crue was there, and it's like, yeah, that's my time era. We just watched Michael Myers, and I didn't realize what movie. When she hears this, she'll remember. She'll know what I'm talking about. We just she was watching it, and we watched, or it came on. We started watching this old movie with Michael Myers, and it's like before he found his groove. He was like kind of in between, and had a few of the like nuances of some of the characters he developed later, but it wasn't quite his groove yet. He was like still kind of awkward. That's it. So I married an axe murderer. And we would just watch that like yesterday, the day before. And it was weird to watch him because it didn't feel like him so much. Not a bad movie, but I mean, there's a little bit like when toward the very end, he gets a little bit more into the characters, but during it's like, and that jazz thing he does during that, it's like, that's just really weird.
To this day, the funniest comedian I can think of would be Tim Conway. That man made me laugh. Oh my God, that guy was funny.
George Carlin. George Carlin wasn't afraid to say what he thought, and what he thought was so spot on, yet even though sometimes he came across as serious because it sounded, and it literally was his thoughts, it was still funny. Airport security, I mean, that skit sounds ridiculous, but at the time and even now, he's not wrong on a lot of those bullet points. So most of those bullet points are dead on, 100% accurate.
It was very political comedy, wasn't it?
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
He literally found the irony in things and pointed
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah.
You know, like we do here, but we don't find the funniness in it.
Yeah.
Whereas, maybe we'd actually get more traction if we did a little bit more comedy with it. Brought it out and made the light of it so that other people can see how ridiculous it is. Do that kind of comedy with some of the politics we deal with vaping. Not a terrible idea, except for we got to be careful because of the whole gag order. If you're actually in a place where it's a problem with, like Dave asked before, why don't we have musicians and actors? They can't.
Yeah.
They lose their contracts, which is ridiculous. Vape shops can't say anything. Any employee of any company can't say anything. You can't promote harm reduction. We can.
But the ants can say whatever they want. So why don't we take, those cream pies, except put rocks in there and throw them in the faces of people like the person in charge of PAVE or Michael Bloomberg or.
I'll make a cream pie for Bloomberg.
Yeah.
What's going to have underneath is just this layer of liquid and powdered layers underneath of, like, I'm thinking like ghost pepper. The ghost pepper underneath. And then there you go. Cream pie with ghost pepper underneath. That'd be fun. Sounds wrong, but yet definitely, yeah. I mean, back in the heyday, we did have some. I mean, you can still find them. I don't know if that's one of the ones Bob just posted, but you can find some of these older videos and music videos and stuff like that people did. Had fun, enjoyed. Cloud Comp's thing of the past, which sucks because that was only because it is a negativity thing, but at the same time, it was like fun. We lost a lot of the fun in the industry, and that's unfortunate. Carrie Burnett just Better Call Saul. Oh, really? I couldn't get into Better Call Saul yet. I might try it again after this. We're rewatching. Right now, we're rewatching, as you can see above Dave Lloyd's head. We're rewatching Breaking Bad right now. So, I mean,
I think they just filmed the last season of Better Call Saul, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
So
Well, he had some health issues, so I don't think it was going to go on anyways.
That's unfortunate too.
Well, he collapsed on set. He damn near died.
Ooh. Vape Fellows video, yep. Let's try and have some fun. Maybe we'll do like a. I don't know if anyone else watches the Green Room, but they do games and stuff like that. Maybe one day we can come up with a game day, and kind of we might start off by mixing something first, or mixing something fun, or doing something like Meter does on a constant basis, and mix up some recipes with some funny names to just kind of lighten the mood, which I feel is part of the reason why you'll name a lot of your recipes the way you do.
I mean, you can't take it too seriously because nobody makes it out of life alive.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Can't argue with that logic. You just can't. On the day you die, you die. It just kind of sucks. You might not know when that day's going to be, but when it happens, it happens.
Oh shit! For a second there, it looked like Dave's cat was floating to him. I was like, "What the fuck are we seeing right now?"
Didn't it though? Didn't it? You couldn't see his hand at first.
I just saw him like reach out, and then
Oh
the
my
cat
God.
just floated in screen. I was like, "Are we about to see this happen?"
They can fly.
What do you call fucking X Files? This is about to get weird.
I can make my own questions. I just wouldn't be able to play, but yeah, we might do a Quiplash night. Thought about that. I mean, I'm sure it will get flagged, and I'll probably get in trouble, but it's whatever. Let's do it.
Well, don't be
Still not arguing,
surprised
so
if they pull Nick's channel. Wouldn't surprise me.
They're not gonna. I don't think they'll pull it because he'll be careful for a little while. But it does suck that he's gonna have to watch what he does, and he has been. And again, they flagged another video. What was it, 11 years ago?
Don't be surprised. There's some pretty powerful people behind that. Think about it for a while, and not to sound like some conspiracy nut. Take out Grim Green, take out a couple other the big reviewers. What do you got left?
They've already taken out quite a few of the big reviewers. A lot of the reviewers have stepped out of the game and just got sick of it, or are streaming on different platforms. I mean, if anyone doesn't notice, Wendy is still putting on both. But if it comes down to worse, she does have another platform. I have it on my other computer, but I don't remember what it was. But she does have another platform where she has all her reviews uploaded. So you can actually watch them over there. That way
Rumble.
Rumble. On Rumble.
It's
That way
not as
there-
convenient. It's really not as convenient
It's
as YouTube.
not. But if it gets to the point where they're not there, there
Yeah.
is that option that you'll still be able to get those reviews and go through them if it's something you're interested in. Right now, they haven't completely shut it down because I don't know why they haven't actually, because the way they're acting, they act like they want to.
Yep.
Yep. Wendy, Mike. I just watched a review on Mike's before I pulled the trigger on the GT4. Rewatched Mike's review of it, his GT4. And he got his late, too. I remember when he got it. Because he got it because of Fagan and everybody got theirs and they loved it. And he wanted to try it, too. Or he got it first and then Fagan did. I can't remember which way that went exactly. But then I watched Mike's review on it because I always respected Mike's opinions on things. I actually found when it came to mechs, he was the go-to for me. And he helped me out when we were doing the Rebirth RTA. Him and I went troubleshot it and figure out what was going on because I wasn't getting the flavor off fruits like I should. You have the GT5? Yeah. I know the GT4 actually was the flavor banger for a long time. I don't know how the GT5 is, but I've wanted one forever. The GT2 and stuff was like, meh. But when the 4 came out, I've wanted that ever since. Yeah, the new RDA? Yeah. I saw that. I was looking at that, Bob, just earlier
The
today.
Blaze? Is that the Blaze?
Is that what it's called? I was looking
Is
at
it-
it. I'm not going to try and search it right now because it's on the other computer saved. But
Yeah, Blaze.
it is a Blaze.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now he's coming out with the Blaze Solo, right? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and Nick just put together the dual coil, right? Of something. Did he do the dual coil or single coil? What was it, the one he just did? The other one that Mike's coming out with, the RTA. Oh, the Eclipse. It's the Eclipse Dual. That's what it is.
Well, I can't
Yeah,
buy
that's
any of them in
Bob
Canada,
just said
so
it. Yep. Yeah.
I'll have to order from the States if I want any of them.
Yeah, the colors do look good. I was looking at that. So there is still stuff coming out. Getting it's going to be difficult. Like, could Dave possibly get it? Maybe. Is he going to be able to go through normal channels to get it? No, he's going to have to take... Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Well, I've been ordering from Element Vapes, and I've been ordering from, what's it called? Vaping Delight. And it's about a week to 10 days shipping to get to me in Canada. And so far, Canadian customs aren't stopping them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
exactly.
It's... We don't know when or how things are going to go. And hardware is going to be the one that... You know, there's some things on the horizon that are looking good possibly for maybe other things, but I don't see hardware is going to be hardware. They don't like the fact that you can just put whatever you want in a tank. They don't.
For me, everything's be by necessity. So when I quit smoking with vaping, and by necessity, then I got into rebuilding. Then the government banned rebuildables. So I started ordering from overseas. Then the government, well, they banned rebuildables because it's not childproof, right? And then everything they did forced me to take the next step. And what I'm concerned about is, I said it to my wife, is if the government
'Cause
passes a law.
all children know how to rebuild one of these, right?
You want to tell
How's
me
that not
how
child-
that made it? Yeah, how did that make any sense? Like, I was so mad because Okay, now
This actually
now
makes more sense to be not considered childproof. You plug in a coil, you're good to go. This you actually have to either build or buy a coil, put it in, install it, get it to work.
it was
How
all
is that not
bullshit.
childproof? I mean, I
It
think
was
childproof
all
once it's
bullshit.
built, but neither
You
is
know
it disposable.
they passed a law that all rebuildables are outlawed because they're not childproof, but no, and they didn't touch packs of cigarettes. You want to tell me a pack of cigarettes childproof? Fuck off. Or a bottle of alcohol? Really? Come on. The hypocrisy and the bullshit, you can see through it. Oh, it makes me sick. Makes me sick.
Just thought self-regulation. Put all the childproof caps in our liquids and stuff, right? Could you imagine, like Smirnoff coming out with a childproof cap?
And we got to protect the children. We can't
No.
have flavors in vaping. Have you
The
been-
drunk people at the party won't be able to open their bottle of alcohol. That's a
Oh my
problem.
God. You walk in, like I'll walk into, like we sell it everywhere, right? So I'll walk in the supermarket and there'll be a whole aisle, both sides, with cartoon characters on the bottles of booze and cans and everything. You name the flavor. It doesn't matter. Butterscotch, Ripple, malt beverage, you name it. It's all there. The hypocrisy drives me crazy.
Look at Pinnacle alone. Look at Pinnacle's line of vodkas. Look at the flavors they have on
Yeah.
Pinnacle.
Their
Holy
entire
crap.
line. Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
entire line. And I'll tell you, if you try it, their line is tasty, actually. It's
Not
really
bad, yeah.
good.
I'm sure it is, but I mean,
But
it's
I
just
mean,
not
like
fair.
literally, that's not child friendly. Like
Fuck
most of the
off.
ice creams, cotton candy, you name it, it's there. And it's like, I mean, I'm okay with having these, but why diss on vape? I don't get it. Whatever. We won't get
Just
too
bullshit.
deep into this because then we'll get rage. We'll all get ragey.
Oh, I'm already there.
It's easy to do. It is really easy to do.
But all of that to be said, that's why I got into DIY, because I wanted to perfect my skills before they pulled the rug out from under me. So
Which-
I prepped. I put aside a good year of my commercial ADV, so that would give me time to learn how to mix properly, to find stuff that I could replace it. And I was really surprised at how fast I caught on. 'Cause I didn't expect to catch on fast. I really thought I'd be going right to the end of my supply before I could make a juice that I could walk out of the house every day with and not think twice.
And that's it. I mean, in the end game, if everything else goes to hell, DIY is our savior.
Yeah.
For those of us that are, hobbyists or just diehard, do not want to go back to smoking. Know that it's
That's
going to
right.
be near impossible if we don't have our crutch.
100%. And that's why I got into mechs too, because I know
Yep.
the regulated ones are going to die eventually. I've had them die, some fast, some slow, but they die. Whereas the mechs, I keep it clean. Worst comes to worst, I could buy some copper pieces to replace it. Worst comes
I
to
mean,
worst, but
when the whole mech thing, started fizzling out a little bit, but still was good, I could have actually, gotten rid of all my mechs, all these, high-end mechs. Not because, again, Endgame. Endgame comes out, as long as I can get it, but they're not going to ban batteries. Let's be honest.
they can't ban batteries.
They can't ban batteries. Those,
No.
18650s and 21700s, they use them in everything. Like, literally, if you have a drill and it has a
They're there.
battery pack, 9 chances out of 10, that's 18650s in it. 9 chances
If
out of
you
10.
have a laptop,
Yeah, there you
the
go. Same
battery
thing. That's
in your laptop is 100% guaranteed a series of 18650 cells inside of it. I guarantee you, I don't care what brand it is, crack that motherfucker open. There's 18650.
I know for a fact the Ryobi drills, those are 18650s in them.
Yeah,
'Cause
look
I
at
had a
most
battery
fucking
pack go
electric
bad.
cars.
Yep.
Most electric cars, those power cells are actually wired series banks of 18650s.
Yep. Some of those electric cars, some of them actually have went to the 21700s for extra capacity.
Well, yeah, now.
So, but the thing is, that means that that's going to make it eventually so the point where the 21700s will become more commonplace and price will come down. So, and with everything going electric, that's only going to increase. So that's not really a worry. What you need to worry about is if you can get and plus battery stores. Oh, I'm not going to sell a battery because it can go in a vape. I mean, really?
No, they don't care.
Okay,
They
sure,
don't care.
sure.
Electric supply houses, you walk in there, you can buy anything you want.
I don't give a fuck.
So the
Electric
battery's not a
motor?
problem. Mech is a good idea, and learn to build on it safely. You
Yeah.
got time, learn to build on it safely.
And you
in
don't even have
case.
to look. You don't have to learn Ohm's law. You get an app that does everything for you,
They can do everything. Yeah.
and then you tune into Battery Mooch to find the battery that suits your needs. You're good to go.
Yep. Now, does that mean you're gonna vape on that? That you get a mech, you have to vape on? No, because I do find I like my regulated better. I can tune in my right to my flavor where I want it to. Hit that flavor mark perfectly. There's advantages to it, and then you got the whole like I was talking about before, using a potentiometer mod. That way, there you get the best of both worlds. Still repairable, usable, and longevity for it, but at the same time, you do have it. The adjustment for wattage.
Well, I made sure to get quite a few tube mechs because they're the ones that'll last the longest, no matter what. There's nothing to them. There literally is nothing to them. They're not going to break. Whereas a potentiometer will break. I can't. You could repair one. I can't. Yeah, there you go. Tube mech.
That's it.
Nothing
You
to
put
it.
the battery in. It's just
Yeah.
a threaded cap, and the button is actually.
Yeah.
Okay,
I took
that's not
one
the
step
easiest
further.
button to take one.
I use a side fire. There's nothing ever going to break on that.
You got the clutch is a good one for that. And if worst came to worst, and even if the side contact somehow the silver contact went bad, it's not hard that you could actually have just a buddy that knows how to work with a little bit of. It's not
Yeah.
difficult. It's just a bent piece of flat.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Conductive
like for a
copper,
clutch or something.
copper,
Yeah. You just
So
go
it's-
go to again electronic supply store, get a sheet of copper, cut with shears. You're done.
And
It might
bend it,
not look
and
the
bend it.
prettiest, but it's going to work.
Right. And then on top of that, you have the that is a really well built mech inside. I don't have my clutch over here, but inside it, the insulators in those are durable. They're long term.
Yep.
They're not those aren't gonna wear out. They're not like the cheap.
That's right.
I mean, it's Chinese. It is Chinese made.
But
'cause
it's
they went that way,
well
they made it
made.
cheaper.
It's well made.
But it's well made. He
Yeah.
made sure they did a good job with it, and it is a durable
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So that's a side fire that's actually cheap, affordable ish, and lasts a long time.
Well, yeah, I have the QP Prey, the second version, the one that doesn't short out on you. I have the second version. Thing's perfect. And I have the clutch X18 and the original clutch.
Yeah, Bob, we got to do a battery order here real soon.
I just did one last week.
Yep. That's a definite necessity. It's time. They're starting, they start to fade. They don't last as long. That's when you know it's time to change them. And sometimes
don't
even
even
before that,
I don't wait for the fade. I just put 6 months and that's it. Every 6 months.
you use typically 3 mods, though, right, too?
3, 4, 5, But
We're a lot like Bob, where we have like 30 to 40 batteries, and we'll swap them pretty consistently. So they last a little longer because you're not using them constantly because we use multiple mods.
well, I have a big shoebox, right? So I pull out from the front, I put back in the back, and it just keeps rotating. And usually I rewrap maybe once or twice, and then that's it. I get rid of the battery. And I'm always when I rewrap a battery, I put on the magnification headset, and I really look close to make sure there's no corrosion anywhere, or that there's an insulator on the top, not the one that comes off, the one that's built into the battery.
Yep.
I look at that very carefully, make sure there's no nicks in it, maybe discoloration. If it's discolored, I get rid of it because it could be leaching out whatever's inside,
Another thing is if you ever see any swelling to your battery, like
yeah,
sometimes you get that one spot that swell, get rid of the battery.
Oh, right away. Yeah, I've never come across that. But
And
yeah,
and if you are keeping it, like I wouldn't just set that on your desk, put it in a container if you can.
yeah,
Some kind of container that's just in case something happens
Yeah.
until you get a chance to dispose of it properly, take it someplace. But yeah, any swelling, don't use that battery.
yeah. I've never had swelling. Knock on wood.
I've had it one time. I had a spot on a battery that did that, and it was sticking in one of the legends. Had the problems getting out, and I got it out, but it was swollen a little bit. It's like, nope, you're going.
Yeah.
And then I have pictures on my Facebook, you guys can see if you want to look. I think I have it on Instagram as well, of like my tablet. My tablet battery went. No, it wasn't my tablet. The tablet battery did go, but that's not the one I got pictures of. It's battery charger for the booster for the, and it swelled right up, the battery booster pack.
Wow.
Swelled right up and popped when I was jump starting a lawnmower, and it's like,
boy.
yeah, it's like that. You got to think of that expansion inside a compressed area, that's what causes the explosion.
But
And
yeah,
it went fast. That happened within like 30 seconds. This thing goes,
yeah.
and it
Now you
looks
have
like.
Now you
it's
have a pipe bomb
probably
on your
about
hand.
40 times the size it was when it was a battery, a proper battery, like
Yeah,
within 30 seconds.
I'd be running.
I did. I did. Tossed it, ran, left it,
Yeah.
waited until the next day, put it inside a tin, and left it in there before I took care of it. Yeah, that was. I wasn't leaving that even out like that because you never know. I mean, that's what can start a fire. In a tin, at least, it should contain some of it if it did explode. But
Make sure it's an open tin. So if it does contain, at least it vents it so it doesn't blow up like a bomb.
It was like a cookie tin, and I put the tin and put the
Okay.
cover on it just as a precautionary thing. And that's not even the greatest idea. And if there are any contacts, don't throw it in a metal tin. But that one there was still in the plastic cover, so I was able to set it in there without. I didn't toss it in either because I wanted to explode. So I was like, set it in there.
Because people
Run away.
people don't realize what they're handling. You know, some people, they don't realize they're high energy batteries. You cannot play games. You cannot throw them loose in your pocket with change, you know, and that hits the news when they blow up and they vent and then all hell breaks loose, you know.
Very proud of our community for the fact that hasn't happened as much as it could.
Yeah.
And the fact that it has happened in the past, but it's been a long time, and it wasn't a common occurrence. Yeah. That part I can say honestly is surprising. I wound up getting my my Kennedy because the Kennedy and the Kennedy 25 combo, all copper, and that had vented because he put in a wrap he knew was nicked, and then it vented. It's like, yeah, he arced it, so it didn't cause a lot of damage to the mech. It was like taken down. There's a little scorch mark inside that someone else had cleaned for me before I even got it. You couldn't even tell it had happened. But that's how I wound up getting it. I got a really good deal on it because it had a battery partially vented inside it.
Right.
It's like, but it was his own fault and he knew it. And he just swore off mechs at that point. I ain't taking a chance, but then like 3 weeks later he's back in, bought another mech. I mean, that's that type. Yeah.
You know, just inspect your batteries. It takes 10 seconds, not even. Look,
battery wraps
even
are
feel
super
feel
cheap.
it too. Yeah, they're super cheap, but you got to watch out too with quality all over the place. Doesn't matter where you buy them. Inspect them before you use them. Because I got some off Amazon that had these tiny little pinprick holes in them. Tiny little things you wouldn't have seen with the naked eye. But inspect, because you don't know. You won't get a second chance, put it that way.
But yeah, battery safety is a thing. Check out Battery Mooch. Always check out Battery Mooch if you're in any question. He will explain anything. And when he does his live shows and stuff, if you ask him questions, he's more than willing to answer any question you have.
He does a lot of work for the community, and he doesn't get the accolades he should. You know, I mean, if you can support him on Patreon, support him.
I do for that.
Yeah,
reason.
so do I.
But yeah, that's a needed thing. And it's kind of thankless work. Not to
is,
mention the work he has done for testing mods and stuff to see the resistances and everything, like mechs.
Yeah.
Who goes through that? Who will do that
No.
for you? Meter looks better. It looks like he's feeling better.
Fucking dogs, calm down.
All right. So that said, I'm gonna start closing this up. Dave, thank you for coming on. It was a lot of fun having you, and it's nice to see you mixing. Now, how long have you been mixing for now?
Oh, I don't know now. Seriously, maybe eight months, a year, maybe. Seriously, yeah.
You've come a long ways in a very short period of time. Shows help a lot with that.
Oh yeah,
All the
100%.
different shows, the different mixers. And
I watch everyone and I listen to everybody, and I mean some stuff doesn't apply to me, but a lot does, so it helps.
Exactly, Bob. He is. Meter, you got a lot going on here and there, including where a certain mixing show you should promote. Another one. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. First and foremost, thank you for having me. Always nice to come on and hang out with fellow mixers and talk with folks in the crowd. If you are fucking crazy enough to try and follow any of the shit talking and the shenaniganry I get up to, the prime two places you can do that for vape related things are over on the Meter links that I dropped here. But if you are at all inclined to be a fan of anything punchy, kicky, be it fighting, wrestling, jujitsu, fucking you name it, if it has to do with combat sports, that's literally my bread and butter. And every Thursday night, you can catch me over on my I'm No Joe channel with a slew of glorious guests and co-hosts to help us break down everything you could ever and most things you probably shouldn't know about punchy, kicky things. And those links are in there as well.
Thank you, Meter. And yeah, Golf Tee Vapes, usually we're all, me, Adam, and Meter are almost always there with TJ on Wednesdays. Good fun, a little more shenanigan-wise most of the time. Then sometimes, break down some really good mixes on that show, too. Some really good ones come out of there. I'm still the low round. That one he made with all the, 2-point-something% total flavorings with the raws. And it is delicious.
Yeah, 2.4% or something.
Yep. And like he said, add a little bit of sweetener to it, and it is pretty much a juicy juice box in a vape. It's delicious. But yeah, that said, we did listen to Cheers on the way in. I thought we'd go out on different strokes because it's actually going to be, just another theme song, but a kind of, I don't know, different strokes to the world after a while. We just talked about it, kind of felt like the right one. But yeah, by the way, Adam Pilarczyk, go check out him and his band, him personally, if you ever get a chance to. That's his songs on. But check out Eddie and the Arsons. You go a little Google foo and you'll definitely find them everywhere. Anyway, they're all over social media, and give them some listens to on Spotify, and actually get a few cents for some of the views. So let's try and help them out and get them promoted a little bit more, because they're a pretty awesome Chicago band. Lots of good music, lots of good fun, and great people. And if you want a specific vape for that, Eddie's Blueberry Coffee is on my ELR, and it's pretty damn tasty. It's one of Lady Liberty's favorites. Now we just got to get Eddie to vape it. So that said, yeah, thank you guys for being on. I really appreciate it. It's a
Thank
lot
you,
of fun.
everyone.
Always a pleasure to have you on, Meter. Always a pleasure to have you on as well, Dave. Thank you, guys. You have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. Labor Day's coming up, and we are doing beef stew mixes or something like that on Wednesday. So tune in if you want some shenanigans, because that sounds like a shenanigan show and a half.
Wednesday night on Golf Tee should be a real interesting foggy fairway this week for sure.
Yep. I don't even know what to say about that. It's gonna be interesting. So we can see. I hate to say this, but I'm probably gonna mix two, because there's one that I gotta mix a certain combo because Swaggy has recommended trying it, and I was like, okay, that's gonna happen on Wednesday, and then I might mix something more on for terms of an actual stew. So we'll see. It's gonna be a weird one. We might have a vote maybe that night on sacrificial atomizers.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, you guys have a great night. Love you guys. Bye.
Night all.
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two, they got nothing but the genes. They got different strokes it takes, different strokes it takes, different strokes to move the world. Everybody's got a special kind of story. Everybody finds a way to shine. It don't matter that you got not a lot. So what? They'll have theirs, you'll have yours, and I'll have mine. And together we'll be fine, as it takes different strokes to move the world. Yes, it does. It takes different strokes to move the world.